This episode of Your Mom's House is brought to you by Sattva Luxury Mattress, the only online mattress company that provides free delivery, setup, and mattress removal.
Welcome to Your Mom's House with Tom Segura, and
Christina Pajitsin.
Welcome to Your Mom's House.
This public announcement goes out to all you bitch-ass niggas that motherfucker claim that I'm a false blood. Bitch-ass niggas. Bitch-ass niggas. Bitch. Call me out and see if I'm a motherfucking false blood. You niggas don't work no wreck. SooWoo, bitch-ass niggas. You niggas don't work no wreck. You niggas don't work no wreck. You niggas don't work no wreck. SooWoo. You niggas don't work no wreck. You niggas don't work no wreck. You niggas don't work no wreck. SooWoo. You niggas don't work no wreck. You niggas don't work no wreck. You niggas don't work no wreck. SooWoo. You niggas don't work no wreck. You niggas don't work no wreck. You niggas don't work no wreck. SooWoo.
I'm fucking feeling that.
That was amazing.
Yeah. Speaking of, I mean, that guy, hey, he says, I'm talking, my friend SooWoo, who lives in Phoenix, her shirt had to be reordered 3 times last week.
Oh, what?
Yeah. It was restocked 3 times.
Jeez.
So thank you. She's going to appreciate it. And we'll get into some merch craziness for this week in a moment. But anyhow, it's great to be here with you, Gene.
No.
We have a really crazy show lined up. Do you want to just get going right away?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Always.
All right.
Yeah, so many thoughts to share and fun things.
Yeah, there's a lot. Let me see here.
I hate that I can't sing along to that song we just heard. Like, I wanted to repeat it, and I was like,
Yep.
I can't, I'm not allowed to say that stuff. Thickers don't want no rec.
Yep.
Work no rep. What is it? Want no rec? Work no rep.
The
You
debate of a
dorks.
lifetime.
Don't.
All right. Here we go.
Want no rec?
No, I'm not from here. I'm from a real city. It's called Toronto. Have you guys heard of it? Yeah, we heard of it when we watched Toronto Maple Leafs on the TV. They're pretty good. Doug Gilmour's my favorite scorer. Yeah, guys, you're watching a VHS. Doug Gilmour's not on the team anymore. Hey, Tom Segura, wrap it up!
Oh, my God.
This shit is ridiculous!
Who is Randy?
Don't bring anyone mother into this.
Yo, mom in the fucking stand!
Welcome to Your Mom's House with Tom Segura, and
Christina Pajitsin.
welcome to Your Mom's House.
Pretty funny.
Where is this wrestling match?
This is
In
like a
bar?
backyard.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's like one of those, traveling wrestling. This is obviously like, the minor leagues. But he's
Yeah, there's like chicken fences, chicken coops.
yeah.
behind him.
Just like 8 people there.
It's a hell gig.
But he is ragging on them and they're
Yeah,
wherever they are.
like
We heard of your place.
Hey, Tom Segura, wrap it up!
I love that they got it on tape.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. Very. I
Amazed.
feel honored.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, A, me and this guy look alike.
Yeah.
B, we have a similar style, both in our dress and in our comedy.
Yep.
So I'm
yeah,
a big
that's
fan.
true. That's true. And I'm not sure. I thought maybe he was lifting like your material directly, and that's why. Because I'm like, he certainly is huskier.
Just he has bigger bones.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's a bigger
He's
bone
bird
guy.
sized. He's not
Yeah.
regular people sized.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
Exciting. So I got to see so many mommies in Portland and Meat Rattle, and
Yeah,
I have
you
to
did.
thank everybody who came. It was bonkers.
Yeah.
And the show is just, it's such a blessing in the skies that this is the show that the house that farts built.
Yeah.
And to see all you guys was amazing. And there were so many smelly beards and beanies in Portland and
SooWoo.
Seattle.
Yeah.
What do you think smells worse on those guys, the beanies or the beards?
I don't know. I mean, a lot of times I'll think about the smell of my own face.
Yeah.
Particularly
and I smell it a lot too.
after a meal. Right?
Oh, yeah.
It's weird. It's like it doesn't matter
Yeah.
what you eat.
Yeah.
You can have a burger. You can have a salad. You can have ice cream. You can have a carrot. And for some reason, your face will always smell like balls, no matter what you eat. You're like, why does I can smell my own face? You have to wash your face after anything you eat.
Oh, that's so annoying. That's got to be really time
Yeah, I mean, unless you
consuming.
just, you're like, fuck it, but like you can go like this and you're like, oh man, like you smell, you're like, what the fuck is that? And it's because hair will collect a
Smells.
smell.
Yeah.
So
Oh, yeah.
yeah, it's like, it's like fabric. It's like, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? It's like absorbing things. So, but then again, if your beanie is just on and you're, you think about it, beanie, you wear it more likely in the cold, but still you're going to sweat in it. And if you're not like cleaning it often, that's
the thing.
That's going to rock.
Because I gave a lot of hugs to the bearded beanie guys, and almost every man in the audience was bearded and beanied.
Yeah.
That's
and
mandatory. If you listen to this show,
Did you smell
gotta
them?
have it. And here's the deal, man. Because I often do smell men's beards on the road as a joke, because I talk about how smelly your
mine
beard is.
Yeah.
And the men's beards that I've smelled, it usually smells like weed. A lot of our audience's beards smell of weed.
Mm-hmm.
And then, but the beanies are stinky.
Yeah.
They smell just like head sweat.
I like that.
Because I don't think men are washing their beanies as much as we.
Well,
like.
Josh weighed in. He said beanies for sure. He has
Really?
beanies and a beard. He wears beanies all the time, and he said that
Yeah, he thinks his head smells worse than his face.
he thinks that. Yeah, he thinks head for sure. I mean, I feel like it's debatable, but
I don't know. Depends on
Right?
the guy.
I definitely think my beanie smells worse than my beard.
do you ever wash it?
The beanie?
Yeah.
I do when I go. Sometimes I get a whiff of it. I go, oh, Jesus, and I have to throw it in the wash.
How
and it
often?
really stinks.
Here and there, like because I mean, I wear that thing on planes, on buses.
Right.
I sleep in it, like
That's what I'm
on the
saying.
road. You know what I mean? The beard, I wash my beard because I'm scared of the smell of it myself. Like
Yeah.
you said. So I'm constantly scrubbing that thing.
How often do
putting-
you? Because you're bringing home these fucking barflies and
Yeah.
just
Lot lizards.
Yeah.
all the time. How often do you wash your sheets?
Oh.
Oh, I do that like when I do laundry, like every 10 days or whatever.
Every 10 days. Yeah.
But I only have a small rotation of sheets, so that's why I have to do it frequently.
Do you ever go like smell a pillowcase? Because I think it lends itself to the beanie argument, because you sleep on that for like a week, 10 days,
My beanie is way worse than my
and you'll
pillowcase.
smell it and you'll be like, oh, this fucking stinks actually.
Well, if you ever look at your
Your
mattress,
oils and-
if you look at your mattress, like peel off your sheets,
Yeah.
it's all body oils. It's
Yeah.
like a weird,
Yeah, we're gross
so gross.
organisms.
Yeah.
We're just secreting fluids all the time.
Have you
Yeah.
ever looked at your like actual pillow?
Yeah, that's what
not
I'm
the
sa-
sheets.
Yeah.
The pillow
Take the
itself.
case off and
Yeah.
like you're like, why is it yellow and spotty?
It's all, what?
I
Why
didn't
is it-
piss on this thing.
Yeah.
It's
It
like,
looks like a smoker's lung.
yeah, it does. It does.
Why
it's
are
so
we?
gross.
We have to ask Dr. Drew. Like, do we all just leak fluids in the
yeah,
night?
I think so.
It's so nasty.
I mean, there's sweat, there's oils, snot, earwax,
Jinx, you owe me a Coke.
jizz.
It's literally
Jizz.
everything except piss.
Yeah. What was the oldest you pissed yourself in
Oh
bed?
my gosh.
I never was one of those guys that pissed while they were drunk. I never did that. So I want to say like 13 or something like that. I think like as a teenager, like I fucked up once,
I didn't, whatever. I stopped peeing the bed, the whatever age, 4, 5, whatever it was, and then never had an occurrence. And then once when I was 17,
Oh wow.
I pissed the bed, and I woke up and I was like, what the fuck? And I remembered that I was having a dream swimming.
Oh, see, mine, because I said 13. I don't want anyone to think I'm just like some TikTok or whatever.
Yeah.
I distinctly remember having a dream where I was peeing in a urinal, and I woke up and I was literally peeing.
Yeah, I've had
It
that
was so
too.
weird, man. I was so embarrassed because I was 17. that I just flipped the mattress over.
It still smells like piss, though,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I was like, it's someone else's problem. You know, I'm gonna go into college soon. I'll get him out of
Wait
here.
a minute. Hold on.
Golly.
I have a stupid thought. Is beard hair similar to pubic hair? Wait a minute. Like, think about it. Your body.
No.
Are you sure?
Think about the hair on Tom's beard right now.
Yeah, it's not that far.
Now think of the pubes.
No, they're
Aren't his
different.
pubes like wispy and curly?
Well, but I'm saying the
Last time I
they're
checked.
they're thick. They're thick,
What,
right?
the
Like
pubes?
the follicle. Oh God, the follicle's thick. It's similar hair to what's on men's faces.
It's
It's
different.
not. Maybe
That's
that's
a little
why it
different.
holds smells. Like, you know, you have to wash your junk because
Yeah.
the sweat collects and it's the sweat that smells.
Anything that has hair collects sweat and
That's right.
smells. But
Yeah.
I mean, my shoulders, I have to wash those 4 times a day. I would say that hair is more pubish than
Yeah.
my beard hair. It's more coarse on my beard than my
Right.
pubes.
Okay. I don't know. I've got a theory. I'm going to ask Dr. Drew.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Ugh.
Anyways, I saw that. And then I also saw, I was in Meat Rattle Airport. I saw an adult man, like a 30-year-old man, getting on an airplane in full pajamas. And like the Christmas pajama, the red plaid checks, like a flannel. It's unreal. I mean, I think it's okay if you're a teenager, like you're hungover. Maybe you're a 19-year-old college kid. I get that. But like an adult male getting on a plane in pajamas, it's so like the only person who should be wearing pajamas on a plane is an infant. What? Or you just type something? No, don't just say it.
Yeah, and he just confessed that he does this regularly.
What?
What?
You're an adult. You get on planes in full pajamas.
I just want to be comfortable.
Full PJs?
Yeah.
Jammies.
Like, but I mean, like, are you like, I wear this to sleep, but it's outdoor, or is it made like these are pajamas?
I mean, everything I wear is pretty dope, but like it's definitely for sleep, not to go outside.
Can I ask you this? Do you travel in slippers as well?
Oh my
like
God.
house slippers?
Sandals, not slippers, no.
Yeah, slippers really make me insane when you're at the airport or even just anywhere in public and you're wearing your fucking like your house slippers.
Well, you know, the designers like Gucci started making these designer house slippers with like fur.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you saw people wearing those around.
Well, that's actually like transitional, right? Because like they made them so that like they're for the house or out because they're Gucci or something. But like I see like the actual clearly home
furry.
slippers.
I've seen it too.
And you're like you're walking, and then you're gonna go back to your house and use these as your house slippers.
Well, it's not smart because you could step on needles, dog shit. You're out in the city.
You're also just gonna track the grossest shit home.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's disgusting.
And the soles are not made for walking in the streets. You know.
No, we gotta talk to Annie.
Wait, Annie, what the fuck? So you're saying you wear like jammy, like a proper Christmas jammy set, the button down and the.
I mean, I don't have anything at all that resembles that. But what I consider pajamas, I wear.
What do you consider pajamas though? Like, give us the full.
Yeah, I mean, if it's sweatpants, like, okay, I wear sweats too.
Yeah, but I mean, if they're like, I mean, they could be.
Aren't
that
they ultra
plaid.
thin? Your home pajama pants?
No, most of them are pretty bulky. Like,
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And you sleep
like
in that?
fluffy. Yeah.
Okay. I was gonna say I've had some thin sleepwear pants, but like you can definitely see like the outline of the veins in my
yeah.
like they're
Yeah.
so thin. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I think the most ridiculous one that I wore, and it was just because they're so comfortable. Like, I wore my ex-girlfriend's pajama pants, and they're just more comfortable. Like, they have that plush. You know,
they make
that
the nicer.
feels-
Yeah.
It's just better, and I wore those, and they were.
They fit
definitely,
you?
Like bright pink. Yeah, I'm pretty small. Well, I was
That's right.
smaller back then, but yeah.
Damn. And you wore that, and then what kind of shirt? You wore the
Oh my
a PJ shirt?
Must have been, yeah. I don't remember,
my
but I just remember looking pretty ridiculous in those pants, and like everyone was looking, and
They did look at you though.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
everyone,
yeah.
and I'm just like,
All right, you earned it. You earned the looks and the glares. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I understand you want to be comfy. I do it too. I wear like sweatpants and sweat outfits, but just to roll out of bed and wear your
what you wore to
old
sleep.
timey jammies.
It's
And I
crazy.
mean, this guy was wearing like the old, not even like, are those pajamas or not?
No, clearly
they're-
like button down.
Yeah, like he just rolled it. It was just it's so gross. It should be illegal. It should be against the
Get it
against the
together.
rules.
Get your fucking shit
And
together.
I even think flip flops out in the street and in the airport is completely inappropriate. You should have your feet covered.
Yeah.
Because there's stuff you can step on, dickhead. If you live in a city, don't Nadav, don't give me that. Well, I'm Jewish and we do Jewy things. I'm saying
what?
I'm just kidding.
Was that the face I was
Yeah, that was your Jew face of like, that's his Jew face. He gives me that Jew face. I'm telling you,
That's just my face.
Unless you go to Hawaii and you're in the islands.
Yeah.
It's summertime. Sure, you can wear flip flops.
That's the only time to wear flip
Yes,
flops.
winter in LA or winter. I saw winter in Portland. Free 30 degrees. People walking around in flip flops in the airport. That's
I think that's kind of
insanity.
crazy too. I mean, like
Insanity. It's freezing.
if it's below 50 and you're like, yeah, wear my flip flops. I think you're kind of out of your mind a little bit.
But flip flops at an airport is ridiculous.
Yes.
I think it's disgusting.
It's disgusting.
It is
Or
disgusting
New York
when
City.
people board flights with them.
Traveling with flip flops. I don't think that's so
Wait a
crazy.
minute. But you shouldn't have your feet out and exposed in public like in the airplane. Because what if you have a foot fungus or some kind of sore? It's not sanitary.
It's not sanitary. It's gross to everybody else. I mean, are you a fucking foot model?
Definitely not.
Then it's like, all right.
Or I'll tell you what even grossed me out. A woman on the airplane took out her hairbrush and just started brushing her hair through, and then all the hair follicles and her oils and everything are getting everybody. I mean, that's disgusting, right? Am I
it's
am I
gross.
out of line for thinking that
Grooming on a flight?
Grooming.
Is gross. Yeah.
You can't do that.
I've seen people clip their nails on flights.
Of course.
That's insane.
That's disgusting.
Insane. And yeah, brushing. I mean, I get it if you're like,
No,
I gotta
no.
fix something. But if you're like,
Fix.
I'm just doing my brushing.
She was just grooming, and then pieces of hair were flying on the person next to her. It was vile.
It's gross. That's gross.
Anyways,
Yeah.
I'm over it. I think there should be rules. They should make rules that you can't do these kind of things.
Yeah,
Not that
I
anybody
agree.
listens. So we were driving yesterday. Tom and I were driving around. I was driving the car. We picked up Skeetle. And there was people walking their dogs.
Yeah.
And I just mentioned to you, do you ever have the thought of like, I could just run over that dog and kill it right now?
Yeah.
And what would happen? Like, I have these intrusive thoughts every now and then, and now I'm worried about you because you chimed back with...
I said I have intrusive thoughts too.
Right.
And then they, sometimes they go further than that.
Yeah, but why don't you share your example of what
Well,
you
just like
said to me about
I was
that?
like, like I'll be in a store and there'll be like a sales lady helping me, and I'll be like, oh, what if I just went up and elbowed her in the mouth right now?
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
And then I'm like, and then she's like, oh, why'd you do that? And I'm like, well, now I've gone too far, so now I got to finish it,
And by the way, this is not what I'm sharing with you is an actual conversation we had in the car. Just a casual. I go, oh my God, do you ever have that impulse to like hit a dog? Like just like, haha.
I don't
That be
have
funny?
an impulse to hit a dog.
And then you come back with, yeah,
I have an
wanna
impulse.
hit a woman.
I never have an impulse to hit a dog. I have an impulse to run people over, and then sometimes I've thought about like dismembering, or what I think about. I've thought about like kidnapping a woman,
Right.
and like keeping her, like in a shed or something, and you feed her.
I'm talking about real intrusive thought. Like
That's a real intrusive thought.
No, you really have this fantasy.
No.
Because I have actual ones like when I'm in line at Starbucks and everybody's real quiet, I have the idea of like, what if I just screamed really loud? And I was like, fuck your mother, you fucking cocksucker. Like, what if I just screamed something?
Sure.
Hitler loves you or something ridiculous?
Yes, I've thought that too.
Yeah.
Thought about it on a flight in a place where tension's building.
Yeah.
What if I just did this right now?
Yeah,
Yeah. Screaming and
Or peeing.
No, I thought about like, what if you screamed racial slurs?
Yeah.
You know, like
yeah,
in
yeah.
a crowded flight.
Hurry
Yeah.
up, you effing N-words.
Yeah, just to see people
Just
go
to
like,
be like, wait, why is this guy?
what? Yeah, like the thing, like, what if somebody did it? Sometimes I'll think that. What if that guy says it? You know, and then you go like, oh yeah, no. Yeah.
That's also too. Whenever I'm in a subway,
Yeah.
I always have a fantasy of either jumping down on the tracks and getting run over, or I want to see somebody else get killed. Like I wish somebody would jump on them. And
One
then I
time,
could see
yeah,
it.
I've thought about like you're waiting for that subway, and you see the person, you're like, I could definitely shove them right now. Or the other thing is, I'll see somebody, and I'll be like, what if they fall? Or if there's a couple people, I'll have that thing in my head, like, what if that guy shoves that guy?
Yeah, I
know?
think that. I don't think can I shoot? Can I overpower that person? I think that's a man thing, male thing of can I overpower them? Can I throw them and violently harm them?
Yeah.
I don't think that. I do think
Now,
who's going to do that to me?
I have
who's going to push me into the rails?
Really intense, violent thoughts when, like, when somebody, you know, I feel like disrespects me or something.
100%. I think I've been the victim of those thoughts. I think some of it's been directed at me at times.
Now,
maybe on
like-
this podcast.
like the flight
a couple
attendant.
episodes ago. Go ahead.
You did not. Flight attendant, you know, gives you like a snappy response. And I'll be like, what if I go to the back of the plane right now, snap her neck, stuff her in the bathroom, you know, and then just
Because she's
sit
like-
back in my seat and go like,
What would prompt that? Like, I asked for no ice in this Coke, and she fucking put ice in it.
you know.
That's the level of disrespect we're talking about.
No, when they're coming by with, you know, you hear them asking for breakfast. What do you want for breakfast? And they give
I'll tell you what I
two
hate.
options.
Yeah.
And then they get to you and
Yes.
they're like, you go, oh, I'll have the one. And they're like, oh, we're out of that one.
Yeah.
And you're like, why am I last?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I agree.
What
I
if
get
I
mad
stuff
too.
you in the luggage compartment right now? Are there still one option or is there two options again?
You know what really bothers me is when you're sitting in the front row and she's supposed to start taking
Oh, and
orders
she's
with
like,
you.
no, I start back row today.
Fuck face.
Yeah.
That's not how that goes. So
No.
by the time she gets to you, she's out of everything.
Yeah. No, but I'm
That
saying, look,
really
we all have
bothers
bad
me.
days, but like you get really slighted by somebody customer service wise, you know, like somebody
Yeah.
in the air travel is horrific, right? So like sometimes it can be good, sometimes it's not, but like you have gate agents or, you know, flight attendants who, whatever, I don't know what they've gone through that day, but it's like, you know, let's just say something crazy, and then they say something snappy or rude to you.
Oh yeah, I
or you
want to
get
choke 'em out.
disrespected, you know?
That's true. That's true.
Sometimes you get disrespected, and sometimes, you know, maybe you have a bad day.
You
But
know-
like when somebody really says something shitty to you,
Oh yeah.
and you're like, what? And you know, you just feel like, okay. And when they hold the power, like they're you know,
Ugh.
you're renting a car, so it's like you have to work with this person.
Yeah.
And they're being a dick to you.
Oh,
it's
it's
like,
the worst.
okay. Yep. Yeah.
I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Yeah. It's like, why don't you give me your ID
Yeah.
so that I'll fucking know where you live.
That's right. I'll punch
Come
you
over
out.
to your house later tonight.
You know what I did? I ignore people that are like, give like, okay, so I was in first class. I don't mean to brag. I was in first class, and it was all full, my side. So I had to put my purse, which is not that big, on the other side. And these two fucking panic bunny cunts, they're sitting there, and they're like, we need to put our stuff up there. There won't be any room. Like they're already panicking, and I'm like, but there's plenty,
Yeah,
and
just
I've
go
done
somewhere
this
else.
before.
Yeah.
And I'm like, listen, they're not going to make you put. This is first class. They're going to figure it
Yeah.
out. And I just took my bag down. I totally ignored them. You know,
Mhm.
you would just ignore. And everyone else was chiming in on the issue. The sassy gay guy next to me was like, "Don't worry about it, sweetie. Just put your bag up." And I was like, "Duh-duh-duh-duh." Like I
Yeah.
like just ignoring people.
Yeah, ignoring works
gently.
great.
And then I just
Ignoring
put my
works
bag
great.
right back up there, and I was like, "It's okay."
I'm much more
Chill.
at peace now with that
Yeah.
stuff. I ignore
Yeah.
people all the time.
Yeah, I do too.
I mean, like that, and that's a good way to not get worked up. You know, one time I was on a flight and I was sitting in first, and we were just boarding the flight, and the guy who boarded before me put his bag in the overhead, and then he walked back.
I've done
to
that.
coach.
I've done that. I'm a
And
dick.
I wanted to take the bag and just fucking bash him over the head with it.
Yeah.
But what I did was I took his bag out and I threw it in the aisle. And then I put
You did not.
I did. And I threw it into coach. Yeah. And he didn't know. Because he'd already gone back. Yeah, I threw it in the eye. Yep.
That's a real psycho move.
It was, yeah. I was fucking fired because I was already fired up that morning.
Yeah, what had happened?
So I'd had like a bunch of bullshit at the hotel.
Yeah.
On the, you know what I mean? And yeah. So when he did it, and I saw him, and you could tell he was a cocky fuck because he's trying to make it so that when he disembarks, his bag's in the front.
Yeah, that's
he's
a trick.
So I just took it and I fucking threw it into the aisle. And I think a flight attendant saw, and she was like, "Okay." So she picked it up and she put it in an overhead back there. But anyways, that was pretty aggressive.
It was slightly aggressive. You never told me this.
Yeah, I wasn't too proud of it, but it feels like it's pretty.
It feels good to me.
Removed.
Isn't that funny? All these private battles that we have with strangers, I have private battles with people all the time.
Yeah.
Anyway, you know what I learned? I was sitting next to a pilot of, I won't name what flight company. What's the word called? Airplane company? Airline?
Airline, yeah.
And I was asking him all the questions I've ever wanted to ask pilots ever. I'm like, do you bang all the flight attendants? Have you ever fallen asleep behind the wheel? And he said, well, we used to bang flight attendants a lot more. And then, the whole pesky Me Too thing. Women's lib, your people, blah, blah,
I
blah.
did a press call the other day where something about a hug came up, and the interview guy, you could tell was an older guy. He's like, God, it's ridiculous now. You can't do anything.
You have to treat them like equals.
Yeah, you gotta. I was like, what? He's like, you mean like ask if you could hug? He's like, yeah, it's fucking so stupid.
Yeah, sure. So I asked about, do pilots fall asleep? And he said, well, that's why there's two of us. So when the guy falls asleep, you fucking punch him and you wake him up or whatever. No, you switch off. What was the point of this? Oh, he told me, he goes, you know what though? Once that door is closed to the airplane, you know how they tell you the takeoff time is 2:30? Yeah, but that means you need to be on the plane by at least 2:20 because the door closes 10 minutes prior to takeoff. That's why people miss their flights all the time. Too late. The door is shut. Once those doors are shut, the doors are shut. They do not reopen them. He goes, so you can be out of line. You can have somebody who's drunk, falling down, is an asshole. We can't do shit about it once the doors are closed.
Yeah.
I thought, oh, that's so fascinating. But isn't that the truth, though? Because maybe that lady saw you throw Is it too late?
I was on a flight.
She had her eye on you.
I was on a flight where they went back to the gate to remove a passenger.
So that person must have been really...
It was a woman who told the flight attendant, like, just worry about what you're doing. And then we went back to the gate, and like, you should have seen this lady getting fucking removed. It was wild. With her kids and her husband. Ooh. We're going to sue you. We're going to sue everybody here. And I was like...
Sure.
I was so happy. I was like ear to ear smiling watching it. It was really fun to watch.
Yeah.
And I was sitting in the front, of course. So I got to hear the flight attendant like come up and talk about it to another flight attendant. Then when we came back, I got to hear the pilots come up because I got to hear the whole. I was like, "This is the best show. I don't care how late I am today. This is awesome."
Can I tell you, just knowing the story about you getting someone's bag out of the overhead and throwing it?
I threw it so fast and hard
that it makes me love you even more. Like now, I'm for sure glad that you're the father. I've always been, but when you tell me stuff like that, it just it solidifies why I'm with you.
Yeah.
Crazy shit like that, I just love it. Mm-hmm. It reminds me of my own family. Like my Indian stepdad would do crazy shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's familiar. Feels good.
Yeah, I've done double fist pounds on a counter before, like at a restaurant, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
do you
what? Like that, and just fucking and had them all like okay.
Do you think you might have anger?
Yeah. But it's actually, I you know why I feel comfortable telling the story now? Because it's a few years removed. Okay. I'm much less angry now than I was.
Sure, yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, that's good.
I am.
I know. I think you're channeling it into dance videos. You're channeling it into all kinds of creative projects.
If you don't know, I had a fucking rebuttal video to Bart Chrysler's Barf. Crystal did a dance video. I ripped it apart, if you don't remember, a while ago. And I ended up just dropping my response video a few days ago.
This is so amazing, Tommy.
It was pretty wild. Yeah, if you want to watch it with the music it's on my personal YouTube page. So just go on YouTube and search Tom Segura, and it's Missy Elliott's "Throw It Back." And this was my response to Bert releasing his video.
You know, I had a lot of people ask me on my tour how much money was spent and if you returned your gold necklace to make this. And I said, no, we just keep spending and spending and spending.
Well, there's a lot. It's so fun. If you want, by the way, an amazing thing, go on our YouTube channel, on Your Mom's House podcast YouTube channel, look at this week's Two Bears, One Cave, because I held on to this. Like, I was going to release it a few weeks earlier. Then I was on the road. I was shooting my special, and I go, let's just hold it until I'm back and I'm with Bert, and I can play it for the first time ever for him. So I got to show him this here for the first time, and his reaction, it'll be one of the best memories of my life. Like, watching that with him is one of the best things I've ever experienced. And it was so fun. And we also, you can watch the video on my YouTube page. You can watch Bert watch it with me on Two Bears, One Cave. And then yesterday, we dropped the behind the scenes. So I show you the whole thing of how this was made.
Oh, it's so interesting.
Like,
too.
from working with the director to the choreographers. The money issue, by the way. So here's the thing. I addressed this in the behind the scenes. I should have spent crazy money to make this. I'm saying the value of what I got. Rami, who's a friend of mine, he directed my special. He directs music videos. He didn't charge me a directing fee, an editing fee. He got like all friend rates. So I got a ridiculous deal to do this.
So it was only like $100,000.
It was less than $250,000. And when you think about in those terms, if you're like, you got this for under $250,000.
Mm-hmm. So when my kids ask, why can't I go to college, I'll show them this video.
And they'll be like, this is sick as fuck.
Good
That
choice.
is so dope.
Can I just share one moment from your vlog that I thought was fascinating? You told me that these backup dancers, by the way, this took you a long time to learn that the moves, the choreography, you practiced alone, you'd practiced with the dancers.
Yeah.
The kid, tell them how long it took for the backup dancers.
Unbelievable. If you watch the
It's
behind
really
the scenes
amazing.
vlog, you'll see this. So this is all, Rami's directing, and he works with these two amazing choreographers, Lindsay and Craig. They're here in LA. You could take dance lessons from them. You could take group lessons, one-on-ones, but they also are choreographers for Nicki Minaj, Usher. Like, they do like big time, huge pop stars. So he gets the idea too. He's like, you should have, backup dancers. And we had this whole back and forth debate about, well, if you have backup dancers, will it take away from just, because it's supposed to be you battling Bert. But eventually he just convinced me that it just looks awesome to have, what I mean?
It really did.
He's like, it looks cool. So when I get the routine down, this is like, the first time I have I dance with them, it's 2.5 hours with just Lindsay and Craig. The next time it's like 2 hours. The next time I dance with them for an hour, and then they bring in the background dancers, and then I'll dance with them after that. So I'm like, all right, so I have some downtime because they got to learn what I've been working on. 10 minutes.
I mean, and when
in 10 minutes, they're doing it perfectly. The whole thing. The whole thing.
And I'm talking, these are not bullshit moves.
No,
this
and
is like bang, 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 bang.
Oh,
I mean,
and then he's
crazy.
like, not only do they now know it, but I can have them move while doing it. So instead of like just, hey, do it here, he's like, why don't you guys, like in the middle, he's like, how about you three glide this way and do it, and then you three go this way. So when you see that, like, he's like, they can just do that without even thinking.
I mean, it would take me at least 2 months to learn
of course
a fraction of what you learned in
then
this time.
we
It's
finished
crazy.
that rehearsal, like where we all dance together, and we have like 5 or 3 days till we shoot. And I was like, so will they practice between now and when we shoot? He's like, like they're good.
They remember it.
He's like, yeah, they'll
They
just
can
show up
remember
that
it.
day and do it. And I was like, what? He's like, yeah, they're good now. They got it. I was like,
Talk about
all right. He's like, that's Janet Jackson's backup. Like, she doesn't need it. I was like, okay.
But talk about a talent and an ability and the muscle memory and I can't even imagine what kind of skill that takes to pick up dance.
It
in
really
10
is
minutes.
their whole vocation. That's what they do.
Wow.
So for them, it was like, it was funny because I would watch him go, we're going to do this, and like just immediately they're all just
I
doing
know.
it. Yeah.
Got it. It's this.
Yeah. And
Oh,
I was
what's
like,
this move called where you go like that? What is it called?
I don't
you
know
know
what
what I'm
it's
talking about? It's a TikTok. You go, you kick
I
your
was
foot.
like,
Yeah. What's that
I don't know what
shit?
it's called. I don't know. Do you know?
It's the kicky foot. The kicky dance.
Yeah. No.
It's on
Stab.
TikTok.
We would use all violent terms, by the way. What's that?
It's called the shoot.
Shoot.
The shoot?
Yeah, like shoot, shoot, shoot. It came from a song.
He was like, when he was coordinating it, he would just talk me through things. He would go stab, 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 like that. Like
Just
that.
the way you understand. It's just the way you
and
learn.
by the way,
yeah.
they were so about violence. Like they were like, on this thing, just pretend like you're drowning someone. On this thing, stab, then shoot, and stab them again. I was like, you guys are speaking my language right now. This is great.
I have to say, and I'm not just saying this because you're the love of my life and the father of my children and my life partner.
Yeah.
This video is outstanding.
It's great.
And
it's great.
I am blown away at your level of dancing ability. I mean, I know you've had good moves since we started dating. You could dance, but I mean, this is some other level shit, Gene.
It's pretty cool. I mean, he came up with a great dance, and also obviously the production level that he gave me was just insane.
What's the best about this is that Bert's initial video had nothing to do with you, but you took it personally.
I know.
You had to retort, even though it had nothing to do with you. It just bothered you enough that you decided to spend all this time and money just doing something that you thought was better.
One thing that I was happy though with
so
is that when I showed Bert this, he goes, you just got to watch it. You got to watch it. But ultimately he's like, I feel like this is like a love letter to me though. And I go, it is. I go, I would only do this to somebody who I actually deeply love and care about, to spend this much time and energy making a thing just for him.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I don't care if no one else sees this.
Right.
I
It was
made
just
this,
for him.
I just made it for you.
Well, it's the fun. It's like when you rented that Lamborghini.
Yeah, it was just for him.
So that he could think that you
It was just him being like, you have a Lamborghini now? And that night, the best was that later on he confessed. He was like, I started looking at motorcycles that night. He's like, Tom's got a Lambo. I need a motorcycle.
That reminds me.
Yeah, it was great, man.
I was
It
thinking of
so
my
fun.
best friend. We're going to Bauhaus again
Yeah, you are.
on Sunday night. I'm so fucking excited.
Merry Christmas.
I
Why don't you tell him how much we're spending on that? She's like, I need VIP experience at Bauhaus. Table, bottle service.
I did.
Backstage. I'm like, okay.
Do you want to know why? And I'll tell you why. We've worked so hard for 17 years.
Yeah.
So that one day I could fulfill my teenage fantasy of seeing my favorite teenage band, but as an adult, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now I get that fucking bottle service. I get the
know.
best seats in the house because I've earned that shit. And that's the point of living. You know what I mean? Like,
work for it. You got it.
That's what I'm saying.
I know.
And now I'm
I
going to
was
see it
thinking,
my way. Fuck
I wanted
you.
to get a Ferrari 488 Spider, but now I have this video.
Right. Hey, man, different strokes. Everyone's the same.
Everyone's the same.
Why don't you show people your Handerpants that I bought?
Oh, my
you?
God.
Every now and then Tom and I find a nice product that we believe is worth sharing. We've shared the perfect
This
smile.
is an unpaid endorsement.
We found the perfect smile. We have found, was it HD Vision glasses?
Yeah. Well, now I feel like I'm ready to fucking...
Bell tones.
Now I'm ready to do the podcast. I feel like I've been fucking around.
Are you ready? You got to put them on. Are your hands ready?
Handerpants. I feel like it's better if you put it on the other way.
Those are underwear.
These are underwear for your hands, and you really are amazing. I mean,
yeah. I found them in one of these wacky stores in the Portland.
now I can podcast.
I like them so much. They're so stupid. I like fingerless gloves are the dumbest thing.
They're Handerpants. They're underpants for your hands. And as the box indicates, you can use them for all these different things. Supermodels can use them. Construction workers. You can use them for cooking, for cruising, the elderly, and for night blogging.
Night blogging is my favorite because it's not even a real activity. But the elderly can benefit from Handerpants as well.
Yeah. I mean, this is probably the best gift you've ever given
Right?
me. Yeah.
Oh, I'm so glad you like them.
Like now my hands feel like, oh, I can actually do something.
Well, too, because they moisture wick your palms.
Yeah.
That's the whole point.
Of course. Otherwise, your hands are so sweaty. You can't touch anything. Now I'm like, oh.
Our Fartmacy that we go to has that made for TV section. It's my
best.
favorite.
My favorite thing is that my sisters, particularly my younger sisters, like so brand conscious, brand conscious, and she will, be like, hey, I'm, I don't know, for like Christmas or whatever, if you want to get me this handbag or this purse or something,
I don't.
These boots, and she'll send me like recommendations, like ideas of like brands, and then I'll be like, okay, and then I'll go to the made for TV section and get her like an earwax removal kit, and she'll be like, what's this? And I'm like, it's Christmas. She's like, I thought I sent you, like, you did, but I saw this. I was like, this is way better. And then the next thing will be like an eyebrow trimmer. And she's like, what the fuck is this? I'm like, it's Christmas.
For her birthday, we got her some made for TV stuff from the Target in Florida.
Yeah.
And they had whole different lines of merch.
Really cool stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had a fly, like a fly curtain for Florida.
Yeah.
Like you put it in your doorway and it's got these rubber flaps and it keeps all the flies out. I gave her that one. She really didn't like it.
She was so bummed out when we were showing her.
You know, we
stuff.
should get her Handerpants. We should get your whole family Handerpants.
Everybody should get Handerpants. And I wanted to be really clear. We have no part of this. We're not getting paid. We're just fans of Handerpants.
We could get her the perfect smile and Handerpants, and then her life would be complete.
You want to see some a guy who might even top me in road rage?
Oh God,
Ready?
yeah. I'm scared.
Everybody else,
What did you say?
take a better picture. Take a better picture. Close your fucking door.
That's assault. That's
That's
assault.
assault? No, it's
yeah.
not. No, it's not.
Touching my door is assault.
Hey,
Touching
cut me
my
off
door-
again like that, you ignorant little cow. I'm gonna take a fucking picture of your
Touching
license
my
plate.
door is assault.
You ignorant
Touching
fucking
my
what?
door is assault.
You fucking entitled little cow.
Touching my door is assault.
Touching my door is assault.
Okay.
Who the
Touching my
fuck?
door
You
is
really
assault.
think you're fucking important, don't you?
Yeah.
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 Why is that? Because you're brown ass?
Wait, he calls her a cow.
And then he calls her a brown ass.
A brown ass?
Yeah.
What's a brown ass?
I think
Is he Canadian?
He does sound like it,
Yeah,
right? Do we know where? Is it in Canada?
It's supposed to be polite.
I don't know if it's in Canada. I know that the driver, I think, is Indian or Hindu. Or
Oh, I was gonna guess.
Well, your fucking brown ass
Yeah,
sake.
with your brown ass.
Take off,
Huh?
loser.
Think you're important?
Touching my door is assault.
Touching my door is assault.
Okay.
Are you a fucking retard or what? Are you a fucking retard?
Okay.
A retard.
Why would you do that?
Touching my
Down at
door is
Clipper Grove?
assault.
Hey, you already said that, you fucking retard.
Well, now we have a whole new retard. We have the Canadian version of it. Retard.
Yeah.
The inflection's different.
You ever fucking cut me off again like that because you think you're more
Call
important
me
than
a
everybody
Hindu
else?
one more time. Call me
Oh,
a
yeah,
Hindu one
she's-
more time.
Who called you a Hindu?
I got it recorded on my
No,
phone.
I did, eh?
Yeah,
I called you a
did.
Hindu. I don't think so, hon.
Retard.
Yeah.
Retard.
He's like, I didn't call you a Hindu. I just called you a retard.
A brown one.
You brown
A
cow.
brown cow. A brown cow retard.
Give some space.
You know what? Tell this little bitch.
No.
Don't go driving. What?
I said no. I'm not going to tell someone.
Yeah.
You ever cut me off again, and I'll just put you right in the middle of the road.
Okay.
Got that?
Oh.
That's a deal.
You can tell when
I
somebody.
love that he was stunned when he was
Yeah,
like, "Tell
no.
this bitch no." He's like,
And she was very calm, like, "No, you psycho." You know when people mimic the person, that's like real contempt.
"Yeah."
When you mimic somebody in the midst of a fight, that's
Oh, wait.
psycho
Yeah.
Contempt.
Well, he also, if there was no camera, he would have said way crazy.
Way worser. Way worser. He
Are
didn't-
you a fucking retard?
Oh my god. Oh.
retard?
use the R word.
Yeah.
Retard.
Yeah. Well, I gotta say, in
Retard.
his defense,
I don't understand why every woman's a fucking stupid idiot.
you know what I mean? I get it.
Retard.
Yeah.
Wait, where's my TikTok? Oh, we're gonna play that for Gabriel.
Yeah, because you're brown.
Because you're brown ass?
Jesus Christ. These Handerpants are great.
Do you feel more confident with them on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, you already said that, you fucking retard.
That's definitely Canada,
It is.
right?
Yeah, definitely. My neck hurts so bad right now because
For what?
I fell in our hallway like the life alert lady.
I really wish I had fucking
Oh my God.
been around for that.
You were out on a walk and there was a car in the hallway, a little toy car, and a slid. And I had the slowest, most pathetic fall in the world. And will you bring up the life alert commercial? Yeah, it's not the shower one. It's at the end. I love these commercials. They're so terrifying. Oh, my fucking brain stops working. Oh, I'm old. There I am. There I am. That's how I felt. Oh, wait.
Don't worry, help is on the way.
Dude, I think that's the guy from the sketch.
Oh, is that?
That is him.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Oh
No,
my
that's
God.
not him.
It's not him?
I think that might be Hal.
It kind of looks like him. It looks like him.
I'll touch base with him. I'll see if that's him.
Okay.
Wait, keep going.
I like how they had
because-
to use the spotty hands. I was like, this guy's real old.
Help! I'm falling in the park and I can't get up.
Don't worry, help is on the way.
It looks like him.
Hold on. My fall's coming now. No, I'm at the very end.
That was the end.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'm the one that falls on the carpet where I'm like, I literally fell on that arm just like that, and I
How'd you
jacked my
fall?
neck. I tripped. I slid on a toy car, like in that Canadian commercial. I always think about that PSA.
When I became deathly ill, I was able to summon an ambulance, my next door neighbor, family, and my doctor without picking up the telephone. I used this remote
Jesus.
control.
Oh my God.
My 24-hour
This is terrifying.
This is so bad.
What? You just press this button.
I want one of those now.
I mean,
There I am. That's me.
Protect yourself with alcohol and you're never alone.
She's wearing. She's wearing an old lady wig. She looks like Mama's family. I love these commercials. Play more.
I love the acting,
Yeah.
you know.
Help.
He goes, I'm having chest pains.
Mrs. Fletcher. See?
Protect yourself with alcohol.
Are you an old piece of shit like me?
Completely information by mail about the affordable medical emergency response system. Call toll-free now.
Wait, where's the guy? I want
He
to
was
hear him again.
before.
I'm having this. I like this creepy Dolly Parton.
Everybody's here for you.
I use this remote control to contact
Got you.
my 24-hour emergency
Okay.
medical response service. What? You just press the button and speak into the air and...
I'm having chest pain. I'm having chest pain.
Oh, God! I'm having chest pain.
I'm having chest pain.
You wouldn't say it like that.
He said it like somebody was saying, like, hey, what are you doing over there? Like, why aren't you coming over here?
Right.
Because I'm having chest pain.
Like, if you
God.
were really having chest pain, how would you do it? You're a good actor. Go.
No, I'm not, but I would just be
Like, oh, I'm having chest pain.
yeah, you
Ah.
would go like,
Yeah.
you would be more probably like, you know.
Yeah. I'm having chest pain.
I'm having chest pains. Yeah. Holy shit.
Life alert.
Forgot to couple of things to
A couple things.
to
Handerpants.
promote before I forget. One, we have a special gift on Thanksgiving on my YouTube channel.
Thanksgiving.
On Thanksgiving, we're giving this thing we've been working on where I spent time with old people, like the old people in that.
What a great segue.
Yeah. That's actually perfect, right?
Yeah.
Those old fucking people reminded me of the old people I worked with. That we're going to put this video out on my YouTube channel on Thanksgiving. So go there, please. Subscribe if you want to just get it automatically. But I had a great time making this with these wonderful old as fuck people. And this is what we were going to say earlier. Yes, the SooWoo and the TikTok shirts are up there. So if you were in Austin, you may have noticed, or maybe you realized afterwards, that I had special shirts made for the Austin shows, where I'm like wearing the Austin gear, University of Austin gear, and I also had special posters. Those are now in the store, and the posters are autographed. The shirts, there's just a few left, so you get them while you can. This is what I want to tell everybody. If you want to get any of that merch, Black Friday, this Friday, we have a special promotion for you guys. If you want to go to the store, merchmethod.com/Tom Segura. The promo code is TSB as in boy, F as in Friday, 20. TSBF20. That's 20% off everything in the store all weekend long. Get it while you can.
Including the Cool Mom shirt, which we have had to restock. It sold out very quickly, so you can get it on sale too.
Yep.
Same location.
Everything in the store is on sale,
Tom,
20% off.
Good
Yes.
news too. Handerpants are on Amazon.
Oh,
Should I
great.
get them for your whole family for Christmas?
Of course.
Buy
yeah.
like 6 of these.
Absolutely. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Is there a new one of those? There is? I have a new Fed smoker?
What?
Let's see.
Yeah.
We didn't play this yet?
I don't think so.
Really?
We were going to. I think we reviewed it, but we just didn't.
Hey, are you State Patrol? What's your name? What is it? And who's your captain?
The captain out here? Or captain
Yeah, your captain.
where I'm from? Dark Wheel.
I just had a sheriff deputy and his buddy come up and go, was you filming some lady? Did you hear about it?
No.
He's so wild. This, if you're just listening, Fed Smoker, you remember Fed Smoker.
Ta-ta there, retard.
He
Fed Smoker
is just going up to a police officer who's putting gas in his car. And he's like, what's your name and rank? And what's your captain's name? And then he asks him if he heard about him being questioned. Somebody telling him, are you filming somebody? Like, it's the most absurd way to start a conversation with someone. Did you hear about somebody else saying something to me? And he's like, no, I don't know what you're talking about at all.
Well, the cops that don't know that cameras are legal need to be fired. And you know they're legal, don't you?
Yeah.
Why are they wasting government time on cameras, brother? Why are they wasting it? I can film everybody in this country. You know that, don't you? They're retarded here, and I'm going to go report them.
Wait a minute.
So
he's looking for retardeds? The Fed Smoker is now the retard smoker?
What's amazing is that, I mean, of course he's got the camera out, but like this guy has absolutely done nothing to provoke.
No, he's just got a badge.
He's just going up to him and he's like, I could film everybody, right? And the guy's like, like he's starting to register that he's crazy. Like you could tell that when he goes, I could film, and he walks away. He's like, I'm just gonna walk away. So he does the walk away, and then the guy, goes, I can film everybody, right?
They don't know the cameras are legal. They have no business wearing a badge. Do you understand me? Right. Okay. What was your name again?
Jordan Sherrill.
Jordan Sherrill. I used to wear wires for the State Patrol. You know that? These things.
Right.
When people act stupid around them, I start filming them.
He looks good. He doesn't look bad. The
Who
Fed
does?
The Fed Smoker.
Well, that's because he removed his own tooth, so everything feels better now.
He looks a lot more out together.
Yeah, he looks
Touch
great.
my camera through the fence, you faggot.
Yeah, he's got shit together. Fed Smoker. Yeah.
So listen here, I have a thing. A trooper broke the law yesterday in Oklahoma, and said that stamping a baby raper stamp on someone's face is a rape charge. Do you agree?
Fed Smoker is so fucking crazy. So he's like telling this guy. I know if you're listening, you're like, what is being said? Fed Smoker is asking a police officer who was putting gas in his car that he's like that he was told that if you stamp baby raper onto someone's face,
doesn't make sense,
that's a
babe.
rape charge. It's
Why are you trying to explain this? Like
so
it's
that
real?
somebody can at
It
least
doesn't make
try to follow along. Right? And then the cop goes, "What?" Because it's so insane.
I'm going to say it one more time. He said, putting a baby raper stamp on someone's face is a rape charge. Would you agree with that?
No idea what that
Would you agree with that? Well, where I take your picture and then I put a baby raper stamp on your face for a joke. He says that's a rape charge. Would you agree with that?
Would you agree with that?
Yeah, it's logical. You fucking baby raper.
You fucking chomo. What's up there, chomo?
Chomo.
Oh man.
Yeah. Well, thanks for sharing, Tom.
There's so much more. Is it worth going down this lane? It seems
a lot of this.
Yeah, okay.
It's a lot of this.
It seems real crazy. Fed smoker is out of his
I
mind.
keep thinking about RPC's masturbation video. Get off! I have that part in my head on a loop.
Really?
Get off!
Yeah, I'm gonna come now. I'm gonna come now.
I don't know.
Oh, get off!
He doesn't offend me. It's weird. Like I feel like because I've known him so long.
Yeah.
Like him ejaculating on a video, it doesn't even. It's like
By the
familiar.
way,
It's
that
nice.
that reminds me of the promo you did for Dr. Drew for when he had Jeff Tate on. Do you have that?
I can pull it up.
Can you pull it up? This is the best promo I've ever seen because it's in tune with what you're saying, where you go, "I'm not affected anymore."
Yeah.
But when Dr. Drew said it in reference to our most celebrated video, it made me smile ear to ear because I could tell he felt somewhat defeated by it.
Yeah.
You'll see what I mean if he can pull it up. It is my favorite Dr. Drew moment thus far. It's just
I think
fantastic.
in RPC's case, I'm actually happy for him that he's ejaculating in a weird way.
Yeah, because you know how pent up he is.
Yeah, I feel relief, even though it doesn't last long for him.
Have you seen this promo yet? It's so great. Just watch.
God,
Pay attention to Drew.
I hate this video.
I know, but
now,
pay
too.
attention to Drew.
I will. Yeah.
Okay.
You know what's disturbing more than anything else now this time that I see this, which is when I first saw this video, it was like the first time I'd ever been on my page, and it really bothered me. Now it doesn't bother me so much. You have ruined me.
That's my favorite promo.
That's so
because you could
true.
tell he's like, oh yeah, it doesn't affect me anymore.
Yeah, he's broken.
We're desensitizing Drew to horrible shit. I love it. I love it. Such a good job, man. What's this, Gene? What am I looking at here?
Oh man, every now and then, like I'm on the talk. You may see my curations in my Instagram stories at the Christina P. I'm at the Water Champ.
I heard you bitches was looking for me. Bitch, here I go.
And there's a lot of stars on the platform.
This doesn't look good just in still frame. Just so you know.
I just discovered this young gentleman. I don't know. It spoke to me.
This is not
it
good.
It just spoke to me. Go ahead and play it.
So me, there's two girls that want to date me, and we get married and everything. We love each other. So
okay.
there's
What the fuck?
Like, there's a whole lane of talkers who are.
Do you want to stop and tell me what the fuck you pulled that for?
I don't know. It just spoke to me. There's like a whole lane of horny TikTok where people are always like, "Oh, I can suck."
So
dicks."
me and and he's like, ugh.
He's showing you that he's desired. That's what he's saying. He's got two girls that want to husband him up, and he's super sexual, and he's here for it. And he shows you his tongue.
Okay. So now, is there more?
two girls that want to date me, and we get married and everything. We love each other.
Ugh. Gross.
It made me laugh
Gross.
so much.
Jesus.
I just really enjoy him. Hey, Hoodles, my curations are daily
Yeah, go ahead.
on the gram in my stories.
Is there another one? Is
I
that
don't
it?
know if Native has the other one.
I mean, there is a folder of TikToks in your folder if you want to
Yes,
play it.
can we please?
I always prep them, we just don't always play them.
Okay, well, go ahead, Tom. I mean, it's you can't stop my
For
passion.
all you tops and bottoms out there, this is for you.
Don't like it.
That's the horny TikTok I was
Don't
telling you
like
about.
that at all.
People get real juiced up,
All right.
fired up.
Don't like it.
Hello, everybody. Here at my second treatment over at East Coast Laser Tattoo Removal in Richmond, Virginia.
This was great.
Let's have a good one.
I think this is session 2. You're going to be there for a while. Session 1 didn't do shit.
Right? Like he's been, I mean, the first one had to have been pretty painful, and it looks like nothing's changed.
Look at this guy's
This
face.
is the best. Yeah.
This guy, I mean, he really, he had to be just out of his mind when he did this.
He was, probably.
Also, I mean, I feel like whoever did this to him should have a talking to. Like, I know you got to do what your customers ask, but there's got to be some party that goes like, hey, man, your whole life's going to be over after I do this.
Do you think there is a moral obligation that tattoo artists have?
A little bit.
Right?
I think it's
is there code?
I think there is some code. I think the good ones, the reputable, the real artists will be like, you know, they probably have their own lines, but I think doing this to somebody is it's pretty bad.
It's unethical.
It is.
I mean, how much money could they have charged him? I mean, how much could you make off of ruining this
I'd be
guy's
like, this is
life?
on me, dog.
Yeah. I mean, what did he get paid? $100 to put the insane clown posse?
Yeah, the guy probably got paid
How
well.
much to do this tattoo on somebody's face?
I don't know. What do you guys know anything about the charges?
More than $100 to do something like that.
Yeah.
Like that's one of those things where I think like the tattoo rates go for like somewhere between like $80 an hour is low end, and then up to like 200. You know, depending on who it is. This guy did not spend 200 an hour, I don't think, but I'd say that's at least half a day.
You know how
work,
like
maybe more.
you can tell how he's like submissive. Like he's got this kind of broken, battered look in his eye. I bet you when he was getting this tattoo, it was a totally different. He was like, "I'm ready for this shit, dog.
Yeah.
Like, give me that." And the guy's like, "You really want?" He was like, "Fuck yeah."
Well, and you have to imagine that level.
Put the dot on my nose, man.
That level of dedication had to go through the solid black shading around his mouth. Yep. For those who are just listening, this is the insane clown posse guy. He had a clown tattooed to his face. Like he's got the clown makeup on his face.
On his
tattooed
face.
black, thick. So he had to be juiced through the tops, the bars, the lip. I mean, I'm sure.
Hello, everybody. Here at my second treatment over at East Coast Laser Tattoo Removal in Richmond, Virginia. Let's have a good one.
Really crazy.
I think you should come to LA and do it in LA.
How women have periods. Ouchie, I'm cramping really bad. Time for a tampon. How trans men have periods. Ow, I'm cramping really bad. Let me use a tampon. It's the exact fucking same. Stop being transphobic.
Whoa. What?
Don't you get it? Men have periods too, babe. Does it make sense? Well, stop being transphobic.
Yeah.
Okay, next one.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave that alone.
Hello. I have a new pair of roundhouse overalls. These are the striped engineer hickory stripe overalls.
Yeah.
What do y'all think of them? Do you like them? They're comfortable.
What do you think? Do you like those ones, or did you like the one better when he had the hat on, the engineer? He wore a fanny pack one day, too. He's just testing the waters.
Just seeing what people think
Yeah,
of him.
what do you like?
I don't like him. I know that.
Okay.
Calm down.
Oh, this is viral.
It's okay, I'm sorry.
He apologized.
It's my fault.
He
It's my
apologized.
fault. Yeah, I know. It's
And
my
you know what? That didn't upset me. But the bitch ass hoe Sorry, that told me bitch to calm down. What I'd like you to do is apologize instead of being a bitch.
You're calling me sorry, but you're calling me a bitch. So set an example.
I'm sorry. My kids can't hear me calling you a bitch.
Your window's open.
They can't hear me because they're listening to Kids Bop.
Yeah.
You like that one?
Yeah, I've felt like her before.
Yeah, I figured you'd relate.
Yeah.
You usually like threatening. But anyway, this has become a viral.
Yeah, I've
meme
seen
now.
this.
People have been
Yeah.
reproducing.
This fucking wook has a stash spot in his fucking dread. I can't with you right now. I can't with you right now.
What?
This guy has a drug stash thing in his dreadlock. Have you ever seen that before?
Oh, no, I've never seen that.
Me neither. I
I've
thought
never
that was
seen
interesting.
that.
Yeah.
That's really cool. I like this guy a lot. This is the best TikTok I've seen.
Really?
No, I just,
I kind of
do
liked
like
it.
that.
I thought it was interesting.
That's very interesting.
You learn things on the talk.
Okay. All right.
Keep going.
That's it. That's what I got in the
okay.
folder.
Well, I thought I would enlighten you guys that men can get their period, stop being transphobic, and you can hide drugs in your dreadlocks.
Yep.
You don't
pretty
seem to
cool.
be dazzled.
I think it's really great.
Okay. Well, like I said, guys, on the gram in my stories every day, I refresh the feed more or less, and I share my belonging, my things with you.
All right. Well, we should
let's take a break.
Take a break. We have a great guest, one of the biggest comedians working today, and also we should plug our dates so that we can be some of the biggest comedians working today. Let's see. I'm going to be in Melbourne the day after Thanksgiving. Yeah. And then the day after that, I'm in Miami, November 30th. Then December 5th, I'm in Erie, Pennsylvania at the Warner Theater. Just a quick heads up to everybody in Erie, there are plenty of tickets. Then the next day, 2 shows in Columbus, 2 shows in Grand Rapids. Those are sold out. Then December 8th, I'm at the Coliseum at Caesars, Windsor, Ontario, Canada.
Birthplace.
Really excited to do that. And then I wrap up this year in Hawaii. I'm in Honolulu, December 28th. I'm in Maui, December 29th. Then the new year comes to us all, 2020. I never thought I would say that. We're going to be in 2020. Australia is all sold out. There's still a few tickets left at the Auckland show, Bruce Mason's Centre Theatre, Auckland, New Zealand. That's January 25th. And then I have a bunch of shows next year in Las Vegas at the Terry Fator Theater at the Mirage. They're on sale. The March and May shows, people asking, will it be different material than this tour? And the answer is, of course. So I will see you in Las Vegas. I'll be back a few times this year. Gene?
Oh, Gene. Flappers every Thursday in the Yoo-Hoo Room through this year, and then I'm done with that. So January I start touring. Austin, Tejas. I know. Now it's up. Cap City, January 9th through 11th. Houston at the Improv, January 30th through February 1st. I can't see.
I got you.
Yeah,
and
go.
then you'll be in Tampa in February. You'll be at the Ice House March 7th.
That's
in
the
Pasadena.
rebook from when I got sick, October
That's
25th.
right.
So if you have tickets from October 25th, they will be honored March 7th.
And you'll be in Miami and Dallas in March. And Caroline's April 3rd through 4th, the Great Club in New York City. And then Des Moines and Phoenix. That's Des Moines in April. And Stand Up Live, Phoenix in June. Those are all at Christina P. Online.
Yeah.
Go to get your tickets.
Thanks,
All right.
Jeans.
All right. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back. And we're back with one of the biggest comedians in the world, figuratively, not literally, with multiple specials, nonstop touring, selling out arenas, and also the star of Mr. Iglesias, which is going to be in season 2 on Netflix. Gabriel Iglesias, thank you very much for coming here today.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it is wild, man. I don't know that people realize how, like, you are. You know, I think I texted you a couple of times. You've been very nice to me. I really appreciate every time I ask you advice and your opinions on things. It's great. But I was like I was in a theater this year, like a nice sized theater, 2,500, 3,000 seat theater. And I see like a Gabe's logo from a tour. I'm like, I walk up to it. It's like 2007. I'm like, Jesus Christ, man. You've been selling out these places for over a decade. It's wild.
I remember that stencil.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when we used to. We called it the Krylon tour,
right?
Because every time we'd go somewhere, we'd put the stencil up and then,
dude,
and then we were all high from the fumes, and we were just laughing at the logo. I'm like, oh my god! So yeah, we stopped doing that.
But bro, it's wild how long you've been killing it for. It's really impressive.
Thank you. This is year 22
of doing stand up.
Going on 23 next year. Yes.
Wow.
But when did like the things really pop? Like where you started to do those theaters? Was that 06, 07?
Right after the first 1 hour special, which was 2007. So 2007 started going on tour.
Wow, man. Yeah, I mean that's the thing that I think that really stands out, right? When you tour and you obviously you're like, look at other people doing it and you're like, man, you've been doing it, not just doing it, but killing it for that long. It's really impressive, man. It's really impressive. You built this amazing following, and I was watching your special where you did it in Houston at the Toyota Center. Where you have to sell out a venue twice to do a special, so you have fucking 30,000 people going to the show. It's wild, man. It's amazing.
It's insane. It's like Menudo in the 80s.
Yeah.
They're so cute.
Just one band member.
And you're doing Staples.
Yes.
Which you've done before, I know, but you're doing it again coming up here, right?
Yes. The 27th, and then Honda Center the 28th.
Isn't that wild to be like a California kid and to see that you're gonna do where the Lakers play?
It is insane,
right?
It is, because I've gone to watch Pink there. I saw Pink fly through the building at Staples. She has that equipment where she does her own Cirque du Soleil stuff in the building, and to be at a place where I've watched many games and just Motley Crue and all the different shows, and to be there, it's surreal.
Did you have those fantasies about doing what you do now when you were starting stand-up? Did you even think
I had
of it?
no idea that it could get like this. My only goal was I just want to quit my job.
Yeah.
I just want to sleep in the morning and stay out late at night and get drunk for free.
Yeah.
That was it. That was the goal. So, hey, let that be a lesson. Set your bar really low in life. You will be so much happier.
But you're so likable.
Yeah.
I think that's
I can be a dick too. I can be a dick too, but you got to really push me. You gotta really push
What
me.
pisses you off? What'll turn you into a dick?
I think that whenever I'm really good with fans and stuff like that, but I have this thing where if somebody comes up to me and they're already recording, and they're like, "Hey, bro, let's do a thing," and I'm like, Can we, can I finish chewing this before,
before you
a
start.
photo's different. Hey, can you take a pic? Oh, sure, give me a second. Okay, I'm done. Hey, all right, let me stand up. Or I'll even pull out my chair next to me and let somebody sit with me to take a picture. But the video thing is so just, that's why I hate Snapchat. That's why I never got on Snapchat.
I got I've had
I can see that.
The person go like, "Hey man,"
holding the cell phone to the chest.
And they're talking to you and you're like, I could see it. Do you want to do something with that? And they're like, "Oh," and they're like, they can't believe they got caught. You're like, "Did you think that was slick? Like that you held your phone to your chest?" Well, you were talking to me and recording like this, and they're like, "Everything cool?" And you're like, "Everything's cool. What are you doing though?" And they're like, "I'm nothing. Just wanted to say hi."
Yeah, that or when they do that in the front row, and they feel like, front row, I can take this with me. I had a guy that got he got physical.
What?
He jumped up and he's like, "I'll kick your," because here's what happened. I caught him recording.
How long ago?
This was in the last 3 months.
Whoa.
I was doing this show up north, and he was doing the thing where he's got the cell phone on his chest, and I'm like, "Hey, dude, come on." I go, "We got the show going on. This is for you, not your friends back home, whatever."
Yeah.
And the girl that was sitting next to him, she did not care. She grabs his phone off his chest and she threw the cell phone on the stage. And so now I'm like, oh my God. So I ran up and I picked up the phone, and he's got 8 friends watching it on Facebook or whatever.
Oh boy.
But he goes, "Give me back my phone." I go, "Wait, hold on, bro." I go, "First of all, please stop recording." "No, I'm gonna do whatever I want." I'm like, "Listen, bro, you cannot be recording. That's not cool." He's like, "Give me my fucking phone." And I'm like, "Can I cuss?"
Yeah, of course.
Okay, sorry.
Of course. Gosh, you can do anything you want.
Anyways, the guy's friends.
Oh, get off!
Yeah, do what you want.
The guy had friends that had worse seats, so they came from the back, and then it turned into this little gang thing in the front row, and security didn't want nothing to do with them.
Of course.
Luckily, the stage was so high that none of these guys could do a pull-up, so I didn't. they couldn't get up there unless they used the little.
They were really gonna try to.
They
jump
wanted
up?
to get physical, and then finally the cops showed up, and they took this little mini gang from the front row and out of the venue.
That's wild, dude.
Jesus.
And why? Just because the dude,
Yeah, that's super disrespectful to record.
But yeah, getting in my face with a camera will set me off.
What about regular life? I mean, yes, that is regular life, but the day to day, are you a road rage person?
You know what? I got a thing for people that don't use blinkers.
Oh.
Because it's like I'm driving and all of a sudden the car just right in front of me. I'm like, really? Did it take, just a little?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't like it when it's so discourteous, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or I'll get the guys on the motorcycles that'll come close to breaking your mirror off on the freeway.
Yeah.
Do you know that people who don't live here, whenever I've had family visit here, they think that, in California, some people don't know this, motorcycles are permitted to
split lanes
and like fly between
So
cars,
dangerous.
which feels we're used to it, but it actually is insane that they're like, you know, we just let it fly here. I don't know. I guess they just go, that's an incentive to not have a car. So, but when you get in the car with people who don't live here, they'll go, oh, you see that guy went between us? Like that, they're going to get him. And like, they're not going to get him. That's totally fine here. It feels like you're breaking the law.
It feels illegal.
Yeah.
I've seen people get knocked off their bikes.
Oh, I wish I could see that.
I don't know how they do that because I got hit by a car one time when I was on a 10-speed, and I never rode a 10-speed again.
Of course.
Hell no.
Gabriel,
I learned to walk.
Yeah, of course. Do you, Tom and I like to have violent thoughts.
Yeah, do you ever have intrusive violent thoughts? Like, I could hit this person with my car right now. You know what I mean? You don't do it. You don't want to do it. It's like an intrusive thought.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I'm a sweetheart. I'm a nice person. But, man, certain things, like I said, it's just like...
What are some of your intrusive thoughts?
Yeah.
Kicking someone in the face.
Yeah.
being on stage, I'm like, wow, you are right at that perfect level where my Nikes can meet your face.
Yeah. Dude, that's awesome.
I don't do it,
right?
But it
occurs to you.
You want to do that one.
It's a thought in the back. You know, once I'm in the dressing room, I'm like, man, that one guy in the front row. Oh,
you know,
you ever have that? I've had the violent thought, like the heckler too, to fucking just choke him out or something. Yeah.
Yeah, you're like, oh man, I hope you're eating like a nugget and you choke. And can anybody help? And then everybody's like, no, because I don't want to get sued if I break a rib or something.
Right.
You know?
You just gotta. So you're just gonna have to die right here. I've had that thing that sets me off more in a show is if like you're building the momentum of a joke and you get to a purposeful pause that always like it's where the swell comes before you pull the punchline pin, and right as you build that perfect moment, someone's like, do the fucking thing, and you're like, you're like you just killed everything that we were doing here. And then I'll be like, I hope you die. I hope you die in the aisle right now. I hope you have an aneurysm. And I hope your family watches.
Yeah.
And I try to say
that's the worst.
The most hateful thing. Yeah.
It's like you're about to come and then you sneeze.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God.
Yeah, exactly.
I was there. You're like, God damn
We've
it.
been playing with my balls for an hour. Why are we going to stop? Yeah. It's fucking the worst, man.
Yeah, they yell out a podcast phrase. Julia! Just because it's like a minute of silence that they can't tolerate.
Like it's 1 second where you're like, here it is. And they go, I want to ruin this for you.
Yeah, it's so bizarre.
I fucking want to.
Maybe that's their violent thought. Their
intrusive thought,
thing. What about in lines or in meetings, like, you know, where everyone's like a business meeting and you're not supposed to? I always think of like, I want to scream right now, or I want to say something really inappropriate, or shout, or stand on the desk. And like,
I'm
show
always
my
thinking
tits.
about that because usually the meetings are like real, just like, oh God, really? Okay, all right.
Like, what could I say?
This is why we got together, so we could hear this.
Oh, it's so painful.
I don't want to be that.
You realize
guy
that
either,
like
so.
most,
but I do think it.
Yeah, me too.
Meetings come together in Hollywood just so somebody can say like that they did something that day. It takes you a while to figure. Like most meetings, they're like, "Hey, we're setting up this really important meeting for you. You're gonna meet these people at this company," and you're like, at first you're like, "Oh shit, really?" Then you go and you're like, "What's this all about?" And they're like, "Well, it's like this is a fucking important meeting. This guy
This is a meeting.
runs shit," and you're like, "All right." And then you go and you just sit around. People are like, "Got a lot of interesting things going on. That's good." And you know, it was great to meet you. You're like, is that what that's what today was? Like,
yeah, it was just a general meeting.
Yeah, it's a meeting.
It's just a general meeting. We just wanted to get to know you. We heard you're doing things, and you know, one of our interns saw your special, and they said we should bring you in. Like, what?
Why?
You haven't even watced it?
No, of course not.
Yeah, no.
It is a waste of
They
time.
refer to somebody else, and they're like, it's great to meet you, Franco. And you're like, all right. So, it's great. Thanks.
Terrible.
You're that guy, right? You're like, yeah, I'm that guy. Fucking asshole. Such pricks.
Oh my God.
What's your favorite thing to eat in the whole world?
Wow. Grilled cheese sandwich.
Yeah.
Just a basic grilled cheese sandwich with a bunch of butter on the outside and just nicely toasted.
That's such a killer.
Corner to corner.
Now, do you do like multiple cheeses, or are you American cheese, or are you cheddar?
If I'm in a position where I can order multiple cheeses, I would.
Oh shit.
You know, like I like a good Munster.
I'm out.
Let's
break its fucking leg off. Its first fucking leg. Oh. Damn, here we go.
We were talking about food. So
you know what's killing me is that his belly is as shiny as that chicken he just
I
took
know.
apart.
It is totally true.
This
This guy's name, he goes by King Ass Ripper. So he was
King Ass Ripper.
Yeah, he built his career on just fart videos. Like he would just film himself farting, and then it transitioned into glutton videos where he now just eats a lot, just eats food. And people, I think, send him money to do this.
No kidding.
Yep.
Yeah.
I got to get a sponsor.
I know.
That's impressive.
By the way, have you been to one of these grilled cheese spots where like that's what they do there?
Where they grilled cheese and the tomato soup.
Oh,
yes,
it's the best.
Yeah.
I was in Silver Lake
gosh.
a couple of years ago, and I was like, it was like probably between a meeting or something, and I go, I need to eat something. I'm fucking starving, and I walk in without knowing what it is, and I look on their menu, and it's just like 12 grilled cheese. I'm like, what the fuck is this? And they're like, we just do grilled cheese, and I was like, oh my god, you can open a grilled cheese spot? Like I never thought about it, and it was just that. It was like you can have it with bacon, you can have it with tomato, you can have it with like 8 cheeses, and then they give you the tomato soup to actually
dunk it,
dude.
Is that your jam? Tomato soup with it?
With the grilled cheese.
Yeah.
So good.
Do you get high?
What's that?
Do you get high?
I used to long time ago, but it's too much work now, and then I don't like having a dry throat, and I'd rather just take a nap.
I'm just thinking about how many grilled cheeses I could house if I was high.
Oh my
Like,
god.
I could really do some damage.
Yeah.
Dude, for a while you were doing damage. I remember
Yeah.
you were a bigger dude, and then
Yeah.
it's like when we first met in Columbus.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were bringing it. I was like, whoa.
Yeah. This guy.
Segura.
He came over after. I think you did like Ohio State that night or something. I don't know what you were, or maybe the Palace.
I think it was the fair.
The state fair.
Mm-hmm.
And then he came by the Columbus Funny Bone and did like midnight shows.
Oh my gosh.
That was the first time I met him.
Dave Stroop, one of the coolest freaking.
Yeah.
Thank God for Dave
Club
Stroop.
owners.
I owe him.
We did
a lot,
tequila
too.
shots before you went on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It was fun. That was a fun night.
What could you eat every day?
Every day?
Grilled cheese.
The grilled cheese.
I mean, definitely I could have bacon every day.
Pizza, yeah.
Bacon every day. No problem.
Easy.
I just went a
Homemade-
stretch without bacon for a while.
Yeah.
And I had bacon again, and I was like, oh yeah, I remember.
But that's your every day. You could eat it every day.
I can have bacon every day, multiple times a day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Easy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Easy.
And you're a grilled cheese.
Grilled cheese. Also,
Fats, I could have. I'm more like, sometimes you have incredible sweets, right? Where you go, like I told you, I love waffles. So you posted the waffle thing. And I was like, man, I want to go to that waffle. But when I have a great waffle or some type of sweet, I also go like, for some reason, I'll be like, I'm good for a while. Like I feel like I could stay away from that sweet easily.
a seasonal.
Yeah. But the fats, like the rich fatty things, to me, that is a daily. I could do that every day. The richness, the way it like heavy fats satiate. You feel like, oh, you know what I mean? Like a fatty marbled ribeye steak. Yeah. I could have that every day. But the sweets, I go like, yeah, it's great. But, like a donut. Like sometimes you have an amazing donut, but I don't go like, I'm going to have donuts every day. Because they also make me shit crazy.
Yeah, that's interesting. You have that reaction to sweets.
Like high sugar content. I'm like, I definitely need
bring
a
it.
toilet. Yeah.
Do you ever use a Toto washlet?
I have 3.
You're on the team, dude. This
I
is
have 3.
awesome. Let's talk about it. When did you
that's-
discover it?
Let me see. I'm trying to think.
Because you must take big dumps,
Oh,
too.
I bring it.
Yeah.
I bring it. But you know what? Those Totos, they have different size ones because I have 2. I have a smaller one, and then I have one that's like, your whole ass fits on it.
Yeah.
It's got the built-in heater, and then there's, I don't know at what age I got to the point where I value how good my butthole feels. So it's I got the wipes when I go on the road, or if I got the Toto, it's like, sometimes I don't even got to go to the bathroom. I'll just go sit on it. And like, let's power wash this thing right now.
I power wash it when I have an itchy asshole.
Yeah,
like if I feel
me
an
too.
itch in the middle of the day, I'm like, I'm going to go sit on there and just
too.
like let it rip. I feel like a monster when I go on the road now and I don't have a Toto and I take a shit. I'm like, oh,
It's so
'cause I'm so
disgusting.
used to like that full detail.
I'm trying to get one installed on my bus.
Oh.
I'm trying to get one installed on my bus because right now I have a toilet that flushes because
Right.
a lot of the tour buses is just the old school RV camping little pedal with a little flap that
That's
opens.
no good.
No. I have 2 toilets on my bus, and one of them actually flushes.
Yeah.
So we're talking to the company right now to see about getting a Toto put in there.
I mean,
Dude,
that is
that's
so
next
exciting.
level.
Yes.
You got to do like a video and post that. Like that is next level shit. Dude.
Well, I keep watching you and Kreischer go back and forth with your buses. I'm like, man, I want to get into this, but I don't want to get into this.
You wanna get into it.
Because a couple times you guys freaking go like, you go hard, and I'm like, wow, I would have cried.
with how mean it gets.
Yeah, you guys pull no punches, and I'm like, I know
Yeah.
you guys are friends, but I'm like, God damn, that felt real.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. No, I want you in on this so badly. Please post that. Please.
But yeah, the totals are badass.
Did you see my dance video?
That was one of the most insane things I'd ever seen. It was so cool, and I was watching with my manager, and I go, he spent some money. He goes, guaranteed he spent some money. I go, look at that. That was so awesome. And then at the end, you're shanking freaking Bert.
Do you think I went too far with stabbing him?
Well, I don't know what was going on. That's why I say some of the stuff is like a little borderline, the hills have eyes type crazy shit.
Do you think Tom might have anger issues?
You guys got your moments.
Yeah, definitely.
Like I got homies that I'll talk a little smack. I'll like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's why you're this, or that's why your nose is stupid, or something.
Yeah,
Like straight up stabbing. That was yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got a little Quentin Tarantino-ish in that video.
We were
good moves though.
Thanks, brother.
Good
Thank
moves.
you. Thank you. I told her earlier, but the director's idea was to stab him. Then he goes, "How about after you stab him, you grab a gun and you shoot him, and then you empty it, and then you grab a shotgun and you empty that, and then you grab a machine gun.
Oh boy.
And you empty that." And then one of the dance choreographers was like, "Can you drown him?" And I was like, "I don't think we have a body of water here." And she was like they were like throwing stuff. I was like, "This is great. This is all the stuff I dream about."
It's like a human Kenny.
Yeah, exactly.
You guys were trying to do everything to him. I was like, oh my
man.
God.
Yeah, fun. You're looking at me like I'm.
Well, it's starting to go to new levels.
Have you ever seen the vatos that go to Syria? The gangbangers in Syria?
No.
Dude, this is the best. You're going to do
like actual gangbangers?
Brother,
or
you're going to end up doing a bit about this. Okay? Just check this out.
Hey, we still right here, homie. It's fucking morning. We got the enemigas right there, homie. Let me represent myself, homie. It's Creeper, homie, from the G-Dub 13 gang, homie. Son Valley gang, homie. Fucking Weiner from Westside Armenian Power gang, homie. Still puro sureños putting it
Right
down,
here,
homie.
homie. We
In
don't
Middle
give a
East,
fuck.
homie, in Syria. Still gang banging, not giving a fuck, homie.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's my favorite. It was one of my all-time favorite videos.
Like my cousins.
They're like, we love this shit so. Where can we go shoot shit? And they're like, go to Syria.
Go to Syria.
Yeah.
Look, homie, check this shit out with the puro sur 13, homie.
Oh
Still
my
gang banging this shit, homie. Got the G-Dub, homie. Go, Molly. Check out the enemigas right there, homie.
The
They're all
enemigas.
right there, dog.
all
We
right
don't give a fuck, homie.
Clearly.
As you know, homie. Shout out, homie. Capone, Mr. Criminal from Silver Lake,
Hey,
homie.
Silver
Capone from
Lake.
Cyclone.
Hey,
and Crazy Loco from
Pasadena.
Pasadena. And Pink Lady. We still got love for you,
Pink
girl.
Lady.
We still got love for all your homies, all the
All
Sureños,
dude, all
homie.
you vatos.
Let's put this shit down to all these motherfuckers, homie.
Oh my God.
Look at that.
And for all the Sureños, homie, not giving a
Did he just
Gang
bleep
banging,
himself with the gunshot?
Post this shit up, homie. Tell the homies in fucking Middle East, homie, still gang banging, homie. Putting that shit down for the big Sur 13 gang, homie.
Syria, homie. We're in Syria,
Syria.
Holy shit.
Like, can you imagine, like, these dudes have definitely been through the system, and then they get out, and they're like, back to the streets. They're like, nah, man, we're going to take you to the real streets in Syria, where we can just get away with it. I mean, I
love that he's still giving shout outs to people back here.
Yeah. Little
Mr.
pink
Criminal
Silver Lake,
from
pink
Silver
lady.
Lake.
Pasadena.
Joker from Pasadena.
The thing is, too, wasn't this every comedian's joke?
Right.
Like, why don't we
Yes.
just ship the gangbangers over? And
That's
like,
right.
they fucking
That's right.
do.
And then somebody was like,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
That's not a bad
What if he
idea.
was like, that's where we got the idea from, man?
I like that one part where he was shooting the gun, but he was holding it over his head like, wow.
Yeah.
Got the unicorn freaking angle.
Yeah, he was not trained by fucking military.
No. The way they were shooting,
Ba, ba, ba,
yeah.
ba. So wild,
You think
man.
they went
Still
over?
G-Dub Compiwanos 13 gang, homie.
Frontline, homie.
Puro
Frontline,
SG,
homie. Frontline. We don't give a fuck.
Oh, there's more.
Fuck them fools, homie. Look at that motherfucker.
Fuck them
homie.
fools.
Who are they shooting at?
The enemigas.
The enemies are right over there,
Got
homie.
love for all the
do it, homie.
Sureños, homie.
That's
Mr.
how we
Criminal,
do it,
put
dog.
that all the fucking songs, homie. You're the shit, homie.
Wow.
Yeah, man. That's how you do it right there.
Yeah, you gotta
Just like that.
represent.
Just like that.
He's like holding shit over his head.
Well, they're not even wearing military outfits.
He had camo
these two
pants
wearing-
on.
Yeah, like-
that's cholo camo.
Yeah, where's your uniform?
And
bro?
then he just has like a hoodie on.
Yeah.
He's like, fuck it.
They're like civilians. That's what I'm wondering. Did they ship themselves?
Dude, how do
over?
you get? Yeah, how do you get there? How do you get back?
Like
What about when you're
I
done?
couldn't figure out how to get to Syria right now. Like I don't know. You need a permit, something special.
I know.
I mean, what about like that border entrance when they're like, "What are you doing here?" You're like, "I'm fucking Sureño and I'm going to shoot the fucking enemigas."
Like,
They're
all
like, "Okay."
Yeah, that little interview they give you before
Yeah.
you come in. So
Yeah.
state the purpose of your visit. Hey, sis, check it out. Hey, I'm gonna go find the enemigos. I don't want to talk shit. I tour out there. They might find me.
Yeah,
know, right?
fucking A.
What do you think they're thinking on the other side over there? Like, hey, that white wall shooting at us.
They're like, whoever is over there has never been trained before. These things keep
Hmm.
flying fucking overhead.
I mean, they got in an awful lot of shout outs in between. That was like, it wasn't just, hey, ese trece, whatever gang. It was like specifics.
Yeah, I should put some hip hop music to it.
Yeah.
Shout outs.
The best is
Jesus.
my favorite's always been how they start.
It's fucking morning.
It's fucking
It's fucking morning. Yeah, no, it is.
It's
Yeah.
fucking morning.
Yeah, let me represent myself,
Oh
man.
my God.
We still got love for all your homies, all the Sureños, all you vatos.
That's insane.
I know. Do you do military stuff?
I used to do a lot of USO shows.
Yeah.
I did an Air Force Reserve one and just local military. But, you know, those, they usually don't want you to talk about it.
I know.
So you don't hear about it. And I'm like, okay.
What do they don't you talk about? What?
They don't want you to post anything.
Oh, right.
Especially when it's like a tour. Like we did a
Yeah.
whole thing on a C-17. And so we'd go place and we'd have our phones and they're like, you can take pictures. There's zero posting. And I'm like, okay. And then either like once we get back, you can say, you know, you can post that you were on tour, but you got to say you were at an undisclosed location.
Oh, right. So you did the Middle East, though. Yeah.
That's funny. I was in Qatar and I played both sides of the fence.
What?
That was fun.
No shit.
Oh, yeah.
You mean you entertain?
I entertained on a
the
base and I entertained on the other side of the fence.
Oh my gosh, how's that possible? Like, how'd you book those gigs?
They find you, Holmes.
Yeah, they fucking find you.
Shit.
When there's a will, there's a way.
Well, yeah, you're big in places. Like I did a European tour, and I was talking to the guy in Antwerp, Belgium, and I'm like doing this like 500 seat place, and I was like, so where do people go from here? He's like, well, there's like an 800 seat place, and he's like, you know, a couple people play that. And then there's an arena. I'm like, who plays the arena? He's like, Gabriel Iglesias. I was like, what? He goes, yeah, it's like a fucking 5,000 or 7,000 seat place. I was like, Gabriel sells 7,000 tickets in Antwerp, Belgium? And he was like, oh, yeah. Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
my
yeah.
goodness.
Yeah, it's wild, right? Like,
It's insane.
Belgium
It's insane.
and Antwerp. I'm like,
Of all places. Like, I found out, trip out on this one right here. My TV show, Mr. Iglesias, number one market is India.
Really?
Number one market is India.
you're hitting that now, I guess, right? You're
Oh,
gonna-
yeah. No, I mean, I toured
you've
India,
already
too.
played India.
Yeah, but I had no idea that the show was so successful in India.
Yeah.
That's so
And
interesting.
then, let's see, the top markets are India, South Africa, Australia.
What?
Mm-hmm.
That is amazing. Like, I remember talking to the Impractical Jokers guys.
Yeah.
That they said that one, you know, they had some meeting with the network, and I'm paraphrasing here, obviously, but that they were like, oh, yeah, you know where this show is, like, number one, like just absolute crushing it is in Israel. And they didn't even think about it. They're like, what? They're like, yeah, so you should probably go do, like, some arena shows in Jerusalem and stuff. And they were like, what? Like, it just didn't occur to them that the show would be, I mean, that show is obviously enormously popular in a lot of places, but they ended up being huge there, you know?
Yeah, you know, David Hasselhoff started that back in the day. And I think,
Right.
yeah.
With Germany.
With Germany. You know, like, how is it possible that someone could be so big somewhere else? And it's just one of those things where, you know.
And then there was, who's the comic, Arj, right?
Barker?
Yeah. Where
him and Russell and
but
that
Arj
group.
in Australia.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's where it is.
Michael McIntyre, I think, is another one too.
Yeah, but Arj, when I went to Australia in 2011, they were like, "Oh, he's doing." It was some, you know.
Oh, but he's from here though.
That's
right?
what I'm saying.
Yeah,
he's
okay.
American, and I'm like, they're like, you know, Arj Barker. I was like, oh yeah. Like I've heard his name as like another comedian. I know who he is, and they're like we're going to go see him do a show. Like, do you want to come with this group? And it was in a big theater, right? 3,000. I was like, nice. He's this big here, and they're like, oh no, he's doing this 30 days in a row.
What?
Like he's doing a month.
Oh God.
I was like, what? And they're like, yeah, he's like the biggest comedian here.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
That is insane.
Who knows what resonates and why?
And one thing I remember I picked up on is that he was obviously he's American. He speaks with American accent, but he was using local dialect effortlessly, right? Like so he would say things like, you know, you're out with your mates and blah blah blah, blah. And like it kind of flowed easier. I was like, oh, that's somebody who has figured out, you know what I mean? Not to be like I was hanging out with these dudes. Because that sounds foreign. He was saying things
like when they come over here and say, "A couple of blokes."
Yeah, and you're like, what? You're like,
what
blokes?
Yeah,
you're
blokes.
like, that doesn't register here. The fuck are you talking about? It's America. America ain't no blokes.
That's right, Budweiser, not Heineken.
Yeah, I don't bloke, buddy.
Freaking mother bloker.
No, you motherfucking bloker. So, did you always want to do like? Because when we were coming up, like I'm saying, especially as kids, and maybe when you start your career, you go, you know, the whole thing was stand up to sitcom. Did you always want to do the show?
I think it was one of those things where, as a young comic, you're pre-programmed by the industry. Everybody says, "Oh, you got to do stand up so you can get the sitcom, so you can get the movies."
Yeah.
Whereas, I just wanted to do stand up to do stand up, and and it's crazy to say this considering that I have a show, but it really does like
right.
I can do without.
You're like
being an actor, but
right.
By having this show, it elevates your status and it allows you to be seen by more people and to grow your fan base. So it's like, okay, it's part of it.
Yeah, it's part, but it still filters back to the stand up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I mean, there was no goal of like, oh, let me have my own show. That wasn't the goal.
Do you sit there on set while you're shooting your show and you're like, I'm losing so much fucking money right now?
Yeah, it's insane.
Kinda.
Yeah.
Where like people don't understand.
Yeah.
Like when you're touring like Gabriel doing arenas and amphitheaters and he's just like, and someone's like, well, you're on TV, you're finally making it. And he's like, get the fuck out of my face. This bullshit.
No, to do the show, you got to take time off the road, and by taking time off the road, I'm not doing the same numbers.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean,
but it's that whole,
right.
You're
It's the long play too, right?
It's the long play.
Yeah. I get it. I get it.
But yeah, there was no way of dreaming that it could be like this. I just wanted to quit my day job, sleep in, stay out late, and just hopefully have I did have that goal of having a HBO special because 20 some odd years ago that was the goal. You want to get an HBO special, and now it's like everybody's like, okay, Netflix special, and then that's who knows for how much longer,
right?
Until these other streaming services come out, and maybe who's going to be the next big one.
Yeah, because they're definitely going to compete.
Yeah, because I think they're done cutting them big checks.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
What was your last day job before you became a full-time comic?
Last day job, I sold cell phones for a company called LA Cellular, and they got bought out by AT&T, and I was selling the Motorola PC550 flip phone, so one of the original bricks.
Whoa!
Like you could talk and feel the cancer.
I bet you were good at it. I bet you were good at it.
I was too honest. I mean, I made a really good living. I was getting commissions and all that. But I'd tell them, like it's a good phone, but I mean, if you get this one, it's like $100 cheaper.
You would tell them. You would tell them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You're a decent person. That's why. Is this it? Oh yeah, he just pulled it up. Is that it right there?
Oh yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
What was
those
the perk?
phones? You could talk on them for a week.
Oh really?
I mean, the batteries were so insane. Nickel metal hydride battery, and you didn't have all the data and stuff on it. It was just for a phone call. But it was just like this big old brick phone, and it was way. It's
Do you
way too
remember
much.
seeing somebody with those, and you should be like, and like I just remember seeing them being a kid, and being like, it's a fucking baller right there.
Yeah,
like that dude's got shit going on.
He gets laid.
Because it was like drug dealers and shit.
Yeah,
like,
the giant one, the banana phone.
Yeah,
with the giant. Yeah.
There's the one that also had the pack, like the shoulder strap pack.
Yes.
Right. Like I remember one of my friends' dads had
Razor
one of those.
phone was dope. I actually really enjoyed the Razor phone.
Razor was great.
Little pocket.
Yeah.
Did you see what they're doing?
Great phone.
They got a new one coming out.
They got the new one coming out where it's a fold and then it becomes seamless glass.
That's
cool. So it folds and then you can't see the split line where it actually folds.
I think they'll get the Samsung users, but the iPhone users are still gonna be like, yeah, okay.
Still loyal.
What are you loyal to one or the other or no?
I'm an iPhone guy.
You
I'm so loyal. My phone's still a 6. I didn't want to give up the hole. My phone still has a headphone jack.
Oh, I know.
Oh.
That's so good.
Yeah.
You like that?
I like the headphone
I
jack.
like it too. I don't like that they changed it. That's fucked up.
Freaking dongle.
So what's your okay, every job, that's just your job, has a perk. What's the perk of LA Cellular?
When I worked for LA Cellular, I had unlimited cell phone service.
Whoa.
So I could
That's
be on the phone.
good.
My roommate also worked for the company, and we would have a contest to see who could run up the most amount of minutes in a month, because a normal bill you'd get it in an envelope.
Yeah.
Just a regular envelope. Ours would come in those big, thick, like contract,
Like
those
binders.
contracts. Yeah. And so
Damn.
we'd flip through the pages to see who spent the most amount of time.
How much were you running? Like, how much would the bill should have been?
Oh, at the time, thousands
Thousands.
of dollars. Because you remember it was like free nights and free weekends, and you'd get like
Yes.
30 regular minutes during the week for emergencies.
My favorite was one of my
hate that
friends was running
shit.
an AT&T store like 10 years ago, and he was like,
I remember this.
"This is the best." He was like kind of trying to be a big shot. He was like, "Why don't you come by the store? I'll hook you up." And I was like, "Okay." So I go to the store, and by the way, I didn't say can you. He was like, "Come by the store, I'll hook you up." So I go by the store. He's like, "Come in the room here." He goes, "What do you want?" I was like, "I mean, I don't know, man. Like, what's out, right?" And I don't know. Maybe it's like the first iPhones or something. And I go, "I guess iPhones." And he's like, "How many you need?" And I go, "I have 2, one for me, one for Christina." He's like, "No problem." Throw in this thing here, these headphones. I was like, Jesus. And he goes, so he like rings it up, and it should be, let's say, $2,000. And he's like, "I'm also going to throw in a code that says you work for Coca-Cola. They get a discount. I'm going to throw in another code that says she works for FedEx. They get a discount. So your minutes will be like," and I was like, Jesus Christ. And he's like, "This should be like $2,200. Want to say like $300? And I was like, "Sure, this is amazing." And so he rings me up again. Like it's all volunteered from him. You know, I'm not like, "Can you give me this?" He's like, "I got you." And I give it to him. I see him like a week later. He goes, "I got in a lot of trouble for doing that, man." I was like, "I didn't fucking ask you." Right? He's like, "I mean, they really came down on me. You know, I gave you like fucking 80% off." I was like, "Hey, dickhead, you decided to do this on your own." He's like, "Well, just so you know, like I really put my ass on the line for you." And I'm like, "What? Why? Why?" He just wanted to like show me that he had the power. And immediately his bosses were like, "The fuck are you doing? Like giving phones away?"
But I did get him a subscription to that magazine I worked for.
You did?
Yeah. Because I felt like, I should give him at least, I don't have many things in life, but I worked at this magazine that was about bungalows.
Oh, yes.
It was the most obscure, I don't even think it exists anymore.
You can say it.
American Bungalow magazine.
Yeah.
It was like one of my last obscure jobs before I became a full-time comedian. I worked at American Bungalow. I worked at the Girl Scouts of Greater Los Angeles. This was a great gig, and I gave him a subscription to this, and he got 4 issues. And I mean, he wouldn't stop talking about how much he loved the magazine. Remember, he's like, "I'm so grateful that Christina got
You really hooked me up with that bungalow magazine."
There it is. I don't know if it's still. I guess it's still around.
It's still around.
Yep, current issue 98, spring 2019.
Oh my gosh! I mean, I mean, they made a decent living. There's people that are really American Bungalow enthusiasts.
It just shows
out
you
there.
there is a market for everything.
For everything, yeah.
Now, how often do you guys get the hookup, and then people expect a bigger hookup from that hookup?
Oh,
yes,
right. Yeah,
all
for
the
sure.
time.
I'm gonna set you up, man.
I got you, man.
I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can I get 7 tickets for? And like, what was 7 tickets? That's a da 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 da.
Yeah.
Like, hey.
Yeah.
Hey.
Do you know what somebody did too, though? Because some people are very nice, and they go, "Hey, you're going to be in town. Do you want to come to this restaurant? I would like to invite you to the restaurant." And I go, and sometimes you're like, a lot of times it doesn't work out, but sometimes you're like, you know what? The show ended, blah, blah, blah.
We can make it.
That was very nice. You go, and people will like invite you. One person invited me to a high-end steakhouse, and like went out of their way, reached out to like management, agent, like everybody. "We would like to have you. We'd like to host you and your team for dinner at this restaurant." And we finished the show, and there was time to go. And so we went there, and it was like elaborate, like, crazy appetizer spread. A really nice steakhouse. And then at the end, they were like, here you go. Like,
You got the check for it.
Yeah, and I was like,
bill.
okay. And I obviously I paid it. And I was like, thanks a lot for the invitation. Like she was just like letting us know that there's a restaurant. Like I was like, I knew this was here. Like
that was an invite. It was info.
Yeah, it was information.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And then I left. She was like, "Did you enjoy it?" I was like, "Yeah, I enjoyed the restaurant that I know exists." Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, appreciate that.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Oh, send me the bill. What the
Yeah,
fuck, man?
Fucking asshole.
Do you guys find yourselves getting guilt tripped into things?
Of course.
Yes.
Can I introduce you to my mother?
Oh,
Jesus! Every time
But-
my mom sees.
well, I think if family guilts you, that's one thing. But I'm talking
Yeah.
about like fans, just like I've been to like 4 shows already.
Yeah.
Like you owe me.
You
kind
owe
of a
me.
thing. Like, dude,
Yeah.
I don't have a punch card like at Subway.
Yeah, yeah. What do people?
Every
Act,
4 show
they
free.
must be like. The thing is too is like you are friendly, you are approachable. So I feel like people almost feel like they could probably ask for more from you. You know what I mean? They're like, Gabe is a good guy. He's a sweet guy. Like Gabe, just fucking come over tonight. Like we come to the house. We're having a party. I mean, you must be invited to everything.
Yeah, but I had to learn to start saying no, just because I found myself in situations where I'm like, you know what, this is not.
That's
good.
a challenge for you, right? Or it was.
It is, and
Yeah.
then because if I do give in, I'm still like, then I have to make sure that I'm not being an ass wherever I am, that showing that I'm frustrated or I'm not
Yeah.
happy. But saying no is hard.
Saying no
it's
is
really
hard.
hard. Oh, come
Yeah.
on, man. And then they start throwing all the things that could happen, and I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
Like I want to share this story, and
Yes.
I've never put this story out there, but it's for me, it's probably one of the most like. I had a gentleman who came out to one of my shows, one of the clubs, and he got in line for the meet and greet, and gets to me, and he tells me this story about how he's going through some stuff medically, and he just needed to get out and get away, and I made him feel better and feel good. And I'm like, well, I'm glad you came out to the show, glad you had some good laughs, and I hope everything turns out okay. Thank you so much. And he leaves. Next night I have another show there, another meet and greet. He's at the end of the line, gets there, and he goes, you know what, something told me to come back. I just needed to keep feeling like this, and I just felt like this is the only place that I could get that. Thank you. Hey man, my pleasure. I hope everything works out. Day 3. Shows up again, and he's like, listen, so this is what's going on. I'm going to be having triple or quadruple bypass surgery next week. I just don't know what's going to happen, and I just needed to get my mind cleared up. And listen, if I pull through, can I make you dinner? Like, what are you supposed to say to that? Like, dude, you pull through.
No.
If I live.
If I live.
And plus, it could help him live. If he has something to look forward to.
Can I make you dinner? And I'm like, yeah, dude. You sure, yeah.
Yeah, right. Because you're like,
I'm like, what am I gonna say? No, dude, drop dead. No. I mean, get better, and But I felt like I got put on the spot right there. So
Right.
of course, guy pulls through, no problem, flying colors. A few weeks later, I'm over at the Comedy Magic Club doing the meet and greet outside, and he's walking up the sidewalk with bandages on his chest, with the oxygen machine thing, dragging it with him.
Fuck.
And he's barely breathing. He's like, I just want to let you know it's okay. And when you're ready for dinner, and I'm like, oh, go home. You got an oxygen tank.
Go home,
like,
right.
dude.
Right.
And he came
Do it
back
here.
the next night
No,
again.
no.
And he's like, so tell me what you like to eat. And so I
Oh,
can, I'm like, whoa. Hey, dude, this is,
You need to go recuperate,
You need to go
man.
recuperate. You shouldn't be out.
Yeah.
So
want me to die?
He starts. I start doing the round. All the rounds at the club. They got the Breas, the Ontarios, the Irvines, and they're all within easy driving.
Working them out. Yeah.
And every one of those clubs he's showing up at still with a wound that's not healed, still with an oxygen tank, and I'm just like, hey man, can you get better? And it's getting uncomfortable, and I don't know what to tell the guy anymore. And then it gets to the point where he just started showing up at random places on the road. So now it's no longer just local. Now I'm in Santa Barbara. He's showing up in Santa Barbara. I'm in San Diego. He's showing up in San Diego. I'm like, dude, for being all hurt, you travel well.
Yeah.
I wind up doing the whole thing where it's like, now you're back in town again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you've done the whole circuit and you're all the way back. You've gone and done the circle. Now you're back at that same club again. And he shows up. And when I saw him, I said, hey, listen, before you say a word, how about you come back here tomorrow? I'll take you to go eat across the street. And you like barbecue? We'll go have some barbecue. And so, of course, I take him. I don't go alone. I take my crew because I'm like,
fuck yeah.
Hey, this guy's healed up now. Who knows what he's capable of?
He sits down. He's like, I was never hurt.
We go, yeah, right?
I cut myself open.
We go across the street and we're eating, and we're trying to interview the guy. We're trying to find out what's going on with him. Why is he just, the way that he is? Come to find out, he used to stalk Bob Hope. Yeah, he's like,
he volunteers this?
Well, he doesn't I don't think he realized. He's like, you know what? We'd always be waiting for him at the back door, and he always remembered us. He's like, hey, it's you again, and we're like, yeah, it's us again. And I'm like, you were stalking Bob Hope?
Yeah.
And then he goes, they try to go watch Andrew Dice Clay. And I guess Andrew Dice Clay was like, he just didn't give a shit and cussed him out. And like, he was so rude. And I'm like, really? That's what it took?
He's like, Dice was a fucking asshole.
He was so rude. And
fuck out of here.
So anyways, we have the dinner, and I go, listen, I'm glad you pulled through. You had your surgery, man. Way to go. You start taking better care of yourself. You're older.
How old of a person are we talking about?
He's, man, at least no less than 65.
What?
Yeah. We wind up outside. We took some pictures, and I go and I give him a big hug, and I says, hey, so I'm glad we finally got to make this happen. So, again, I'm happy for you. And as I'm walking away, he grabs my shoulder and he goes, so listen, let me know when you're ready for me to cook that dinner for you.
Oh, for God's sake.
Yeah. And he still shows up from time to time.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, that's kind of terrifying.
Oh my God.
And he cornered me one day and he goes, I just want you to know I don't come to your shows to watch your show. I come here to see you.
Oh.
And I'm like, oh, if you weren't so old, you'd be like a real,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God, what am I supposed to do?
But you have,
and I never want to be rude. I never want to be mean, but man, it's just like,
no.
What are you supposed to do?
You're supposed to be rude and mean. Let me tell you, as a woman, someone that deflects creeper attention all the time. That's the one thing, if I could tell women listening, because that's what we have, this thing of women should always be polite and nice and you should never be rude. Fuck all that. If you feel like you're being threatened, be rude. That's why women get victimized all the time, because they're afraid of being rude. You're protecting yourself and your boundaries. It's okay to be a little rude. No.
Let me ask you something.
He doesn't respect your boundaries.
White
no
guy?
way. 100%
Yeah.
white
Yeah.
guy.
So how about this? You go, hey, Cracker, next fucking time you show up at one of my shows, I'm going to have the whole fucking power of Mexico behind me.
Oh, my God.
You have a bodyguard?
You familiar with a little fella named Chapo? Huh?
Play the clip.
Your homies.
Sureño 13.
Fucking G'd up 13 guy, homie.
Bring these guys on the road.
Syrian sucio.
Yeah, this is that guy is out of line, dude.
Yeah, look, when I go to the grocery store, sunglasses on, bro. I don't make eye contact. I mind my own No, bro. No. Remember that Silence of the Lambs movie? Remember Silence of the Lambs?
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, he's pretending to have a cast on his arm. And he's like, can you help me put my couch in the truck?
Yeah.
And then she's afraid to be rude. And she's like, yeah, I guess so. And you see her hesitate, like, I don't really want to help this guy.
Yep.
Go, Molly.
Yeah.
Check out the enemigas right there, homie.
That's how you get victimized.
Oh, so let me tell you where it went from there.
Wait, it goes further?
It goes further. So then the guy finds out, we all have comedy buddies and stuff like that.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Sometimes we crash their shows, and some of my openers, I'd start promoting their shows on my social media. And
who's your homeboy with the
Alfred?
Alfred. Yeah.
So I go and I'd crash his show.
Yeah.
And it became, if he's out doing his show and I'm not doing nothing, I'm gonna go crash his gig. I don't care.
Yeah.
He found out that I would do that, and so now anytime I promote any of my friends, so if I promote an Alfred gig or Ian Bagg,
love Baggles.
So I hit up Ian one night. He was at the Comedy Magic, and he goes, "Hey, you want to come by?" I go, "Yeah, sure, man. I'd love to come by." And I put a thing online. Hey, check out my friend Ian Bagg. He's gonna perform at the Comedy Magic Club, and the manager of the club calls me and he says, "Hey, guess who's here front row center?" And I'm like, "No."
Fucking Roger.
And I stayed home. I go, "Thanks for the heads up. Tell Ian I'm sorry." So the guy starts stalking Ian. it starts coming to Ian still. So I'm like, oh my God, it's like that whole that Stephen King movie, The Thinner, like White Man from Town. So I transferred the
energy
I transferred
onto
the
him.
energy. So now he's toxic.
Oh no!
How come you're at every show? I see it's every show. Oh.
But I bet you Baggles talks some shit. He's like, hey, creeper.
I've seen you 15 times at my show.
Here again.
That's a pretty decent Ian Bag.
Don't you have something else to do, sir?
He is so goddamn funny.
He's hysterical.
He is so.
And he don't care either. So you know, if you know,
he is so.
If he gets that dinner invite, I'm pretty sure what Ian's gonna.
He
say.
will also massacre that guy. He'll spend 25
Yes.
minutes, right? If that guy ends up going to enough shows, Ian's just going to have a 20-minute bit on that
him.
guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He is so brilliant. We did South Africa with Ian Bag, and he would just make up stuff on the spot. Remember when we talk about the Afghanistan guys with monkey beards?
Oh yeah.
What did he say?
Because like
With
there's a
colored
thing about like
beards.
dyeing your beard. It's like a religious thing there, you know, and like
what are you doing with your life?
Some people have that, and it's obviously like it's more common like in that whatever religious sect does that. He's like, you look like a fucking orangutan.
Yeah.
Look like an orangutan at the zoo. And people were like
Yes.
hysterical, but half like the backstage crew of the festival, they're like, "What's he doing?" I was like, "Fucking, this is what he does." I mean, you know, they were like, they thought it would go south,
yeah.
but he would just rip, man. He would rip him.
And then we would be in the van with this guy and his girlfriend, and they were just canoodling all the time. And remember, Ian would be like, baby talk. Like, he would just be like, baby talk,
Baby talk,
annoying. Yeah. God, he's just so natively funny.
He's hysterical.
And he opens
I
for
love
you?
Ian. No, I've taken him on the road with me before.
Yes.
But he's not an opener by any
No.
means.
Fuck no.
He's, you know, he was just a headliner that decided to freaking just go on the road with me.
Oh, he's a killer.
Oh, I told him one time, like maybe during that festival, I want you to know that if it ever popped off for me, I would never take you to open
Never.
for me. Never. Like it was like total destruction.
Why do you want to work that hard?
Yeah, I was like, fuck
Why
that,
do you
dude.
work that hard?
He's like, why is that? I go, because of this shit, man.
So funny.
People falling in the aisles. I don't want to fucking follow you.
Oh my God.
Yeah, no, it was amazing. He's amazing. It's fucking
Yeah,
amazing.
just sitting with him.
I've never done South Africa, and I want to
it's
go.
lovely.
Well, now you got to go too, because the show's
It's
huge there.
fantastic. It really is such a lovely place. We did Durban, Johannesburg. We didn't go to Cape Town,
Which was crazy.
which is terrible. We
Because
didn't have
everyone's
time.
like, you got to go to Cape. And
That's like the main city.
supposed
to
to
that's
go
be
the
to.
main.
beautiful.
Yeah. But Jayberg,
We
with
loved
Durban,
it.
where else?
There was one more, wasn't
Yeah.
there? I can't remember now. It's been a while.
Yeah.
Oh,
It was
just
amazing.
beautiful, lovely people.
Are you wrapped on your season right now? Are you
No,
done?
we're on hiatus this week. We have we're halfway through, so we got 6 in. We need 6 more.
Wow.
Damn. And are you writing it too?
No, I stay in my lane.
Yeah.
I'm not
Smart
a
guy right
script
here.
writer. If anything, day of the show, I'll improvise if I think that I can take it a certain direction, especially once we have the scene in the can.
Yeah.
Once the scene is done and they're like, okay, this is an alt or this is for coverage.
Yeah.
Then I'll play. Then I'm like, all right, well, it's a free for all then now, and so I'll change up the
Yeah.
jokes.
But you have fun doing the show.
Yes. Thursdays are my days. During the week, that's the work. But when there's a live audience there, then I can challenge the writing and be like, okay, if I don't think the joke's funny enough, then I'll go for it.
That's awesome.
I've tried that during the week, and the writers will not laugh at anything but what they
Yeah.
write.
Right.
They're conditioned, and I'll try to throw something in there, and they're just like, "Oh, really?
Not having
Okay,
it.
here we go."
Yeah. And they're like, but my joke's the shit. Yeah. Writers are totally like that.
Yeah.
So precious with their material.
Precious.
Dude, that is a wild story about the fucking.
I know.
And I know he's
He's listening to this for sure.
he's because I'm gonna promote this, and he's gonna watch.
You're like, soup. I made that soup.
But
you like.
he throw no names out there, but he knows.
He knows.
He knows.
Fuck, man.
Scary.
Yeah, I had one person come to a bunch of shows in a state.
Just I know what you're talking about.
And
I know what you're talking about.
had a chair with tires on it. You know, one of those.
A chair with tires on it. Oh my
And
God, Tommy.
yeah, she was like, my husband's gone. My fucking son lost a leg. I've got this. And I was like really nice to her. And then she started to come to more and more shows.
Oh, wow.
And then email. And then can I send you something? And then she started to like send me
I remember this chair.
inspirational messages every day. And I go, I hate these. She was like, they get me through the day. I was like, yeah, I don't need them. So just send those to somebody else. Now she fucking follows Ian back. It's crazy. It's a crazy coincidence. Yeah.
You just paid it forward. I think what really helps is that I'm married to a big dude that can choke you the fuck out. So I think that deflects a lot of stalker vibes.
I don't know. I think people probably, just get that you're not. I don't think you're not putting out there.
The vibe.
Yeah, the vibe. I think that
Neither
you
is Gabriel.
deserve. No, but it's also like a numbers thing, right? Like at a certain.
Someone told me
volume.
that on stage I shimmy.
Oh.
That I give off a certain vibe when I'm on stage that attracts a certain element, and I'm like, what are you talking about? They're like, you have a shimmy.
A shimmy.
I don't know what the hell a shimmy is, but yeah, I guess I shake it when I walk.
Okay.
Wow.
And it does something, and that's why people wait by the car.
I could see the vibe of like, Gabe's nice. He's a happy guy. He'll like me too. You know what I mean? Like that for the irrational person being like, that's somebody I can approach. They see you as approachable, and especially because you make them laugh. They're like, this is a fucking sweet, funny man. So therefore, like, there's the in is like just when I meet him, it'll go well from there.
Probably, yeah, because you're friendly. Like
Yeah.
you seem. I mean, your on stage persona is like you're the guy everyone wants to hang out with. Like I
Yeah.
want to hang out with you and your cute shirt and have a drink in Hawaii. And
Yeah.
I like I want to eat with you. Of course, you'd be the person to eat with.
What if this guy now just starts coming? He goes, finally figured it out. Grilled cheese.
Oh, and you can't resist.
No.
And he has like 10 different kinds, and he's like, it's got all the cheeses. Everything. Here's like,
I got a
the
Costco
tomato
card.
soup.
I'm in that section. I got the cheese with the orange stuff on the outside.
Yeah.
Now will you come over? Fuck no. Do you travel with security?
You know what?
You should.
This tour, we just took a meeting. We took a meeting when we were in Vegas, and we met with a security company only because it started to get crazy where we'll go places and I have people from every angle trying to just be close. And I attended a fight at the MGM, and it got really, really crazy. People were the people I was with started getting elbowed, and I'm like, wow, I didn't think it was gonna get like this. I mean, I could, for the most part, have a conversation. People would be rational, but no, it's we're gonna have a security detail for next year.
Wow. Think about like too that compared to like where did you start going up? Where was the first place you went on stage?
It wasn't a comedy club.
No.
Bar. I was doing bars in Montebello.
Yeah.
Montebello, the mall, very nice mall in Montebello.
Not near the mall.
So Montebello.
I was at a bar called at the time it was called Gotham's. Then they changed the name to Wild Coyote, then Tortillas, and it was also called Prime Cut. Every couple of years, the guy had issues with taxes.
Yeah.
So you could tell because it was like you'd hear cussing in the kitchen, and then there'd be a new name on the building. And it was a biker bar too on Wednesday, so all the bikers would show up there, and that was comedy night because it was full. And I had no idea. I'm up there just being silly, and I didn't know what real danger was.
Isn't that
I didn't have
true?
those red flags. I was just a kid.
Same here.
I was 21 years old, and I just wanted to tell jokes. And I couldn't go up on stage at the Laugh Factory, at the Comedy Store, and these other places. They're like, "Who are you? Send us a tape."
Yeah.
Remember that? Send us a tape.
I remember handing a tape to Jay Davis. Because that was the fucking spot,
Yeah.
What's
the
it
Laugh
called?
Factory. No, Dublin.
No, Dublin's.
Yes.
Dublin's was the spot, and
freaking Dan Cook's house, man. That's
what
that was.
And I was like, "Can I get on?" They're like, "Do you have a?" He was like, looking at somebody. He's like, "Do you have a tape or something?" I was like,
"Nice."
I came back the next week. I gave him a tape. He's like, "Yeah, I'll watch it," and fucking throw it on the ground.
Boy. But you are right about that recklessness. Like you have to disregard your personal safety almost to become a stand-up comedian. Because when I think of I was just on the road, and I'm so blessed now that I could do nice venues, and I stay in nice hotels, and I fly first class. That's not the first,
That's not the way it starts.
It does
No.
not. And I think back to all the crazy places I stayed at, the shows I would do. And yeah, I've had like beer bottles thrown at me. I've performed in biker bars where like a woman got punched out and bled everywhere, and then I had to go up right after that. Like, just these horrible situations.
I was thinking
and you
the
do
same
it.
thing about like how much you love. If you're hooked to do stand up or comedy, you love it so much that you go against all your better judgment.
100, yeah.
And like I was thinking too about like I would do shows where we would ambush people like there was like a restaurant.
Yeah.
Oh, they didn't know there was a comedy. They didn't know
yeah.
there was a comedy show.
No, and then like we just show up and we're starting the show and they're like, we're having dinner
Yeah.
and we didn't want this at all. And you're like, well, you're fucking getting
Yeah,
it. And then we would just force them to fucking watch stand up, you know? And the fucking bar shows where, you know, if you didn't have a lot of going on, you weren't well connected yet in stand up, if you could do that one set on Saturday at like a bar, not a paid set, just a bar show, and you get some big laughs, like the feeling would carry you for weeks.
It was awesome.
You'd be like, man, 2 weeks ago I had this fucking killer set at a bar that it's not even considered a comedy venue.
Paid.
And that's
Hilarious.
paid.
Hilarious.
One time I
How long
took
before you got
people
paid?
out for drinks afterwards, and one of my friends was like, you know, you didn't make any money tonight. But I was feeling so good that I was like, what do you guys want? And like, I was buying people drinks, you know.
It's such a victory to be able to make people laugh and stand up. Stand up so hard.
Yeah,
I credit those bars and those gigs that were not meant for stand up.
Yes.
That owner of that bar in Montebello on Wednesday nights, there was the Laker game.
Yeah.
And he was super anal, and he's like, no, the comedy show needs to start at freaking 9. It has to start at 9, and he would shut off the Laker game.
Yeah.
And there's people there in jerseys, and they're screaming at the TV. And now we got to go up there, and they're like, get him off, turn the TV back on. And the guy's like, no, chinga su madre. Vamos a hacer comedy. Tenemos el happy hour, ya se acabó.
Pero los Lakers, güey.
Los Lakers, yeah. Oh, man, it was bad.
I remember being like in that coming up circuit and doing like Brea the most. I used to do Brea a lot. And like the worst thing for those shows, when you're not a ticket seller, but you could get like people in, would be the playoffs. So the Lakers if the Lakers in the playoffs, you're like, yo, tonight's gonna suck.
Yeah.
Because you would go to that show and there would be like 18 people. But if the Lakers were not in the playoffs, you could have 200. Yeah, easy.
But then they were pissed off that the Lakers weren't.
Yeah,
in it.
exactly. Yeah, it's fucking wild.
I used to do a pizza parlor in the San Fernando Valley, and same thing was ambush comedy, and you'd see families like cutting their pizza. Mom, what's this? And like kids yelling and crying, and you're like,
one of my favorite places to do stand up
so fucking bad
is the Ice House.
Yeah.
And now I remember like just sitting here with you, you're on the wall there for like some record number of shows in a row sold out.
Jesus, that's
Do you remember how many it is?
100.
What?
100. And my manager goes, yeah, clearly you did not want to move on to theaters.
Yeah.
Because I go, man, once you get on the streak, and it's like, I wanted to do something.
But
that
also that room's the best, dude.
It is one of the greatest rooms.
It is the
And
best.
it's the oldest room too.
Yeah.
And the fact that the floor's wood, ceiling, I mean, it's just acoustically, it always just, you feel so good in there. And
I've
the
already
crowd is right on you.
booked it to like, it's one of my favorite places to start off again. Like I shot my special last week and like it'll come out early next year, but like one of the first places I'll go once it's out where I feel comfortable, I feel like trying things, I feel like it's just like I love the whole space, the physical space, everything about that place is the Ice House.
It's awesome. It's awesome to perform, and it's awesome to watch a show there too, because I've seen you perform there.
Yeah, dude, that was fucking awesome.
I've seen you perform there.
You came to that show. That was awesome. That was the last.
I think I freaked you out.
Yeah, they were like, "Gabe, I was like, what are you
doing here?"
He's like, I just want to have dinner with you, Tom.
Yeah, I just. Do you like grilled cheese sandwiches, Tom?
Yeah.
Do you?
Gabriel, I mean, you were at the last show.
No, and I told him too. He's one of the few comics I would pay to watch.
Of course. Are you kidding me?
That is such an honor. Thank you very
best.
much for that. That's
So
really
are
cool.
you, though, Gabe. You're so funny and you're so likable. I just like, you know what I like about watching you? I just feel joy. It's very rare because you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm such a piece of shit that I like to antagonize the audience. And I think Tom enjoys antagonizing a little too. But with your comedy, it is just pure joy. Like, you feel a sense of like,
Yeah,
I
it makes
can
sense
relax.
why the guy
Yeah.
said, he goes, I want to get this feeling again. Because
Yeah.
you put somebody not just laughing, but it is like an
At
overall fun, like a joyful experience.
well, because I know he's not going to go, and then I took the barista and I stabbed her in the face and I took a dump on her chest.
You got to
God.
You got to see his new hour. Gets pretty violent.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Totos and baristas.
No, you're an inspiration, man. And I really appreciate, like, I've reached out to you a few times about advice. I really appreciate all the advice you've given. It's cool that you're so accessible and nice about it, man. So thank you for
Thank
that.
you. All right, so I got a question.
Yeah.
So you and Bert shot specials in the same week?
1 week apart.
Wow.
1 week apart. I shot in Austin a week ago, and he shot this weekend in Cleveland.
Cleveland.
Yeah.
They do everything together.
Yeah, I was
now.
gonna say it's like
They want to
tennis.
release. They want to release them close to each other.
Getting
too.
weird. Yeah.
it's getting
Oh,
weird.
good.
So how did the whole thing with Joe Coy get in that mix where he's like he's taking shots at you, taking shots at Bert, and you guys are taking shots at him, and it's just like this whole thing with the bus, the plane,
Well,
the plane, the bus, the venue.
I think Gabriel wants in on this.
Oh, Gabe.
I think you do.
I'm having fun watching, but
Yeah.
I've never had that connection with friends in the business because it's always been that whole thing of like one person's trying to get ahead, one person's trying to hold the other one back.
Yeah.
There's this person's hating this.
You know what you
got to
do? You got to do a fucking your next arena show. Just at some moment, just do a thing where you're like, hey, Tom and Bert, are you guys having a good tour? Check this out.
Yeah.
Just turn and be like, you guys ain't shit. Post that, dude.
Seriously.
Yeah, no, it really just came from, nonsense about, and then like, I think the bus champ thing started because he wrapped his bus, of course, with like his big shirtless dumb face on it. And
I think that you always want to wrap the bus the first time you have a bus, just to say I got a bus, and my face is on the side of a bus, and you think it's the greatest idea ever until you realize that people know where you're at 24/7, and they knock on the door 24/7.
I had that
wait for that bus door to open.
I had that antisocial instinct immediately where I knew not to do that. I was like, I don't want fucking anyone to know that it's me. So he did this, and the first date was on the road. He called me. He was like, I don't think it was a good idea. People are knocking on the door all day, and they're like, Bert, you're in there. We know you're in there. I was like, yeah, because it has your fucking face on it. So, but then he was like, my bus is better. And it's just like, yours is not better, dude. So then, now the funny thing is that his bus right there, the first one I chartered on this tour, was such a piece of shit that like, I thought, I'm always worried about being perceived as rude. I always want to be polite,
Mm-hmm.
So I walked up and they're like, how was the ride? I go, I think it's a little loud back there. I think it is. I don't know if I'm speaking out of turn, but it feels loud. He's like, yeah, transmission's fucked on this thing. And I was like, what? He's like, rear axle, everything's got to go. And I was like, why do I have it this week? And he was like, I don't know, man, this thing sucks. And I was like, this is the driver telling me this. I was like, oh, okay. And then I've already, signed a contract for like a few weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like taking it back. And like the next week, he's like, how is it? We got a new axle. I'm like, yeah, it's still pretty loud. He's like, yeah, I told them they got to fucking switch out the transmission. I was like, so it was like a few weeks of, I did have this shit bus. I was just talking shit to Bert. And then I got the fucking primo bus. I got J-Lo's bus.
J-Lo took a shit on that bus.
J-Lo and I shit together. It's the closest I'll ever get to her ass. Was sitting on that toilet.
Now, was it all pimped out inside from the way because I can't imagine that J-Lo had just a stock bus. Like there had to have been like bigger mirrors, bigger lights, bigger just, Yeah,
it's by far like, it'd be like if you're on a Delta like plane and then the next day they're like, have you ever seen a G650? And you're like, oh my God. It was like that. It was a Four Seasons like incredible.
Oh my God.
I like that.
Yeah. No, it was super nice.
I had Axl Rose's bus.
That's got to be sick.
What?
It's a regular bus, but in the front, you'd hit a button and a pole would come down and lock into the floor.
Lock into the floor?
Lock into the floor. And believe me, a lot of times we left the pole there just because we needed to walk around the bus and we didn't want to fall. Like we were not using the pole for the right reason.
I mean, did you bring a professional on to try it out?
Honestly, I couldn't even tell you. It was more so just convenient to have something that we could grab onto. Like I went back to my old school days of catching the bus when I was 15 years old to go to the mall and the bus was full and you had to hold on.
Dude,
well,
that's
shit,
amazing.
he's so old. He needs it too.
Yeah, it would slide out and then lock into the floor, and it had lights and glitter in it.
Oh God!
Imagine being so dialed into whores.
Yeah.
Where you're like,
right.
You're like, look, man, if I'm gonna be traveling on this thing, I need something for whores to do.
Yeah.
Here. They're like, yeah. We can make that for you.
But the bus was so awesome, and it was cut in a certain way where it was very conducive for me. The front had a slide out.
Yeah.
The back didn't, but it was very roomy, and it had a full size bathroom with a shower and giant closet.
Nice.
I mean, it was really really nice. I still have that bus.
That's dope. That's nice. Yeah, this bus was pretty wild. who else was on my? Oh, Toni Braxton had it, and I logged into her Netflix.
The Wi-Fi. Oh,
yeah, it was still logged in. I didn't like log in. I just opened Netflix, and it was like I knew that Tony was on it. And it said Tony. I was like, oh, let's look at her account. I was like, this is a whole Netflix I didn't know existed. It was like 55 black shows that I've never heard of and documentaries. And I was like, what is this? And I'm like, this is out there. It was like all fucking the Temptations documentary. The fucking like all these.
Can
shows.
I tell you that would be an interesting internet meme? Is to take a snapshot of all the stuff you've watched on Netflix. Like, what does your account look like? I mean, I know what yours is. It's all Hitler and serial killer, Hitler, serial killer, murder. But everyone else, just to see what you're secretly watching.
Mine would be a little bit disturbing because I use my assistant's account, and her, she lets her nieces use it. So there's all kinds of little kid shows. So if you were to log into my thing, like, why is he watching all this little kid shit? And all of a sudden, I watch all those evil documentaries about killers and stuff like that. So it's two different worlds right there.
Dude. That is so funny to see like the fucking Rescue Rangers next to a John Wayne Gacy documentary on someone's continue watching.
Look, both have clowns.
Right.
It's the best.
Dude, yeah, that would be so fucking great. I would be great if you were a monster in real life.
Okay.
If Gabriel.
Not great.
Like, like everyone's like, you're the sweet guy. And if you like the
that would be a crazy movie down the line, right?
You're like, I'm not a fucking sweet guy. Just fucking stab people, gut them open.
Like at nighttime. Oh, man, everybody's so happy.
Go over
well, remember there was that one comic. He wasn't killing people, but he was raping people.
Yeah, Vince
Champ.
Yeah.
Shit.
And the rapes just followed his tour schedule.
But he was stupid and talked about it on stage about how he. I think that's how he got caught, and there was a cop in the crowd.
Really?
Put it together.
He talked about it on stage.
Talked about there was something where he was just like bragging somehow, and that's how he
they always get caught.
Yeah, he
couldn't keep it.
I remember because he's his name is
Comedy Magic Club. His handprint is up on the wall.
Still?
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, he put it up really high to where it's like, I ain't gonna try to get on a table and then piss off Mike Lacey and.
Damn.
No.
He also was on Star Search. Right, was that called? The
Star Search.
Will you bring him up? I want to see this guy's face. Vince Champ?
Vince Champ.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're going to find him.
He looks like a rapist. Let's
you got to
see.
figure he was...
Comedian. Type in Vince Champ.
You put in Vince Champ and Cosby comes up. That's just...
I know. Yeah, let's see.
Yeah, that's him.
Which guy?
One of those guys. No, go back to the...
no, that looks like he had a microphone
Go back to the page before.
That's him right there. Wait, the one before.
No, that's a different Vince. Don't put him up as
No, that's Vince Morris, right?
Yeah.
Go to the previous page, like the not the images.
That guy.
Yeah, he looks rapey, sure.
Yeah. There it is. See Stand Up Spotlight 1990?
Shit.
That video? Okay, yeah. Yeah. That's him.
Wow.
Oh my God.
You guys are good because I've looked this guy up before and I found nothing.
And he so when they had like these multiple rapes, it was like, you'd see the cities like Gainesville, Birmingham, Charlotte, and then they're like, oh,
they overlapped.
They all like all his tour schedules lined up with it. Yeah.
What an idiot.
But like he would rape them and then ask them to pray after, which I think was like, whoa, that's freaking crazy.
God damn.
Well, you can see season 2 of Mr. Iglesias.
Mr. Iglesias on Netflix.
Say your prayers.
There for the whole family. Yeah, that'd be crazy to have that Netflix documentary, right? It's like he started off as just brought joy and happiness.
Have you seen the guys, speaking of guys in prison, like now have social media? It's so like they're sneaking phones in and they're like posting
jail selfies or
and videos.
No, videos,
like actual
TikToks and shit.
Hey, I got a legit question for you motherfuckers. Hey, I already know who I'm gonna fuck when I get out. I got pussy lined up for like 6 months straight. But who's gonna take me to go eat when I get out?
Word.
Wow.
Right?
It's a legit question.
This is my Insta post. You imagine being like the warden, like, hey, why is fucking D-Block getting 1,000 likes every time I fucking sign on to this thing?
I know for a fact my boy Hector, that's my day one. That nigga stay eating good, so we gonna go eat. But after that, who gonna take me to go eat? And I ain't trying to go eat at your fucking house any fucking stale ass fucking cereal. I'm talking about trying to eat.
There you go.
Demanding. Like,
no, he wants to eat.
Eat, man. I'm trying to eat. Which one of you motherfuckers is gonna take?
Hey, not for nothing, but his service is pretty good. Like, there's no crackling, there's no slowing down, no buffering,
dude.
Right.
God damn.
Strong signal.
That is just wild, right?
I already know who I'm gonna fuck when I get out.
You know what I mean?
Because he's lined up for 6 months.
6 months.
That's impressive for being locked up.
Yeah, it is.
Like
man.
you've lined up 6 months of
I do wish there were more inmates on TikTok because that would be a great lane. If I
Are
could
you on
give them
TikTok?
phones.
Are you on TikTok?
I am on TikTok.
You are?
Oh, I gotta follow you. What's your
I'm on
handle?
TikTok at Fluffy Guy.
Okay, I'm all over that
At
shit.
Fluffy Guy. I'm learning how to use it more because you want to always like make a video based on what's popular. Because I've tried just playing around and it doesn't get nothing. But I do something stupid and it got like 1 million views in a night. And I'm like, oh my God, I can't do that on my other social,
What was it that you did? What was the stupid thing you did?
I did that's that video where, man, it'd be easier to just show you. It's a song.
Okay, boomer.
It's a song.
Which one? I know I'm all into the talk.
I'll pull it up.
Da 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 da. That one. Da da da.
I used to be so beautiful. Now
I
look
used
at
to
me.
be so beautiful.
And you got-
now look at me.
Yeah, this thing-
Oh, here he's got it. Blue
Okay.
band.
Or it's
right here. It's right here.
Oh, he's got it here.
He's got it.
Oh,
we found you, dude.
Look at that.
We found you, homie.
All right, which one is it?
The one in the corner where I'm wearing up on top where I'm wearing the wig there. Yeah.
This
Hilarious.
one?
Oh, but it's got me.
Oh, we can't play the sound. That's what.
So basically, hilarious. So basically, the premise is you go, I
like
used to be so beautiful. You do like
now
a
look at
before and
me,
after.
and then you a 10-second video.
Yeah.
1 million views in
A
one
million
night.
views?
In one night. And I'm like, oh my God, how come I didn't promote something?
Yeah.
That was the businessman in me. I'm like, I should have promoted something, my website, my tour, anything.
Yeah, of course.
But no, just me bald, and then me wearing a wig in 10 seconds with the song. And yeah.
Isn't that
There's
wonderful?
all kinds of great TikToks.
But-
Christina
but-
has found so many of them.
Hello, everybody.
Oh my God.
Here at my second treatment over at East Coast Laser Tattoo Removal in Richmond, Virginia. Let's have a good one.
Look what he has on his face, bro. He did that voluntarily.
Shit's real, bro. Yeah.
He looks like he's going to shoot De Niro.
Yeah.
He does. Jesus Christ. Oh.
But yeah, TikTok is all about just playing. You're not really trying to do anything.
Yeah.
But
That's true. It's fun.
It allows you to be creative. If you're drinking, you can make a really cool video.
Yeah. It's definitely drug and alcohol.
So 6 more episodes you're going to shoot, and then it's like road heavy after that, I'm guessing.
We finish in beginning of February, and then I go on tour. We got we're going anywhere, everywhere.
Everywhere
So
tour.
all over Europe, and then end of the year, I got Australia. I'm going to be doing my next special in Australia.
You are?
Oh,
No
wonderful.
shit. If you pick a city, Sydney, Melbourne?
I was thinking about doing a smaller city, but
Wow.
at the same time, it's kind of like, if I'm going to do a show out there, I want it to be as big as the shows that would be out here. So it's probably going to be Sydney.
Wow, dude.
Nice.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, catch Mr. Iglesias. I guess watch season 1 right now. Season 2 will be out probably later in 2020.
It's going to come out like in summertime of next year.
And
They never give you, Netflix is so vague. They're like, well, we feel like it might come out at a certain time and
Yeah.
might not. Like it took them forever to green light season 2.
Yeah.
Like we all had a good feeling about it, but they were just like,
We'll let you know.
and then,
Yeah.
okay, sure,
Yeah.
why not?
It's exciting though, man. It's really exciting. And then you'll continue a huge tour. Fluffy, is it fluffyguy.com?
Fluffyguy.com. yeah.
Fluffyguy.com for tickets. It's crazy. Amphitheaters, arenas, everywhere all over the world. Get your tickets in Antwerp, Amsterdam, Australia. You're going to go to Middle East, India, everywhere.
India, yeah, everywhere.
Yeah, India, everywhere. Thanks again for coming, man. This was a lot of fun. Really
Thank you.
appreciate you coming here. That's me trying to lick your balls when you don't use Manscaped. There's hair everywhere. You want to get your balls licked?
Oh my God.
You got to trim them. Jingle balls to the walls. Fellas, listen up. Untrimmed pubes are a thing of the past. You got to clean up down there. Got to trim up the balls, the shaft, the whole area. That way, mouths have an easy time doing their thing. Isn't that right?
Mm-hmm.
It's time to gear up and get yourself the gift of shaving this holiday season. I'm talking about the Manscaped Perfect Package 2.0. I've trimmed my balls with blades, straight razors, knives, anything I can find, just to give it a little more size, trim back all the bushing and the forest down there.
It looks so much bigger when you do it.
No, but I've had bad experiences.
Yeah.
And for a while I was like, just forget it. I'll just let it hide in the forest, But then the wonderful people at Manscaped released this product that, I can literally just forcefully trim, and it doesn't grab my balls. I used to use like my regular face trimmer, and blood everywhere, pools of blood all over my balls. Now, I don't even worry about it. The revolutionary company Manscaped has redesigned the electric trimmer. Their Lawnmower 2.0 has proprietary advanced skin-safe technology, so this trimmer won't nick or snag your nuts. It's also waterproof. You can use it in the shower. I didn't even know that.
No.
I'm taking it in there now. Lawnmower 2.0 comes inside their Perfect Package 2.0, which makes for the perfect gift this holiday season. It's literally everything you need to keep trimmed, cut-free, and smelling nice down there. And don't use the same trimmer on your face as you're using on your balls. That's just nasty. The Manscaped Perfect Package 2.0 also includes the crop preserver, an anti-chafing deodorant and moisturizer. You already put deodorant on your armpits. Why are you not putting it on the smelliest part of your body? And yes, your balls do stink.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. Speaking of sweaty, stinky balls, I'm thankful for the Crop Reviver. This product, along with the Crop Preserver, keeps your balls from sweating, smelling, and sticking. And these products smell good. Isn't that right? You're down there.
I'm always down there lapping them up now.
Their manly scent is attractive and will help set the mood, if you know what I mean. The Perfect Package will also come with a pair of Manscaped boxer briefs that'll keep your junk feeling fresh all day. It's time to upgrade those overused pair of boxers to Manscaped high-performance anti-chafing boxer brief. Tis the season to Manscaped to get yourself, your dad, your brother, your friend, your lover, all of the above. The Manscaped Perfect Package 2.0. Get 20% off plus free shipping with the code MOM at manscaped.com. Your balls will thank you. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code MOM at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com. Use our code MOM. Clean up your nuts and make Santa proud this year. I think you can also give it to a friend if you've seen them naked.
That's a great idea. Or even if you assume how nasty their habits must be, like our staff in that box.
Oh, yeah. Some of our, my old roommates come to mind. I think I'm going to send them.
I think that's an excellent idea.
Like my college roommates. I remember seeing, I was like, is that how you keep your dick and balls?
Well, look how they keep their face. It's probably just as bad.
Yeah. All right. Let's chew it down a little bit here. We're back in studio with, it's actually a repeat visit from a comedian, a friend of mine, a director, a writer, a producer, choreographer, J. Elvis Weinstein. Thank you for coming
Thank you
again.
for having me back.
You were actually one of the rare times that, I think the only time that in the last however many years we've had video, we couldn't air your video because we got error messages on our memory cards.
I felt very vampirish.
It was bizarre because I was like, I can't put out the video. The audio went out, but the video couldn't go out because we actually got error messages on our cards.
Right.
Which turns out we didn't like we took out the cards from the previous week before we had formatted or saved it correctly. Okay. So we had to, whatever. It was just a technical bullshit.
At least you got a good story out of it.
We got a good story out of it. But now you're back, and this video is going up.
Beautiful. I think I probably worked better in the theater of the mind realm than an actual video.
But so people know, and I don't want to. I want to get the plug out immediately. You have you've been doing stand up longer than almost anybody I know.
A long time.
And yes. You've done a lot of things. Mystery Science Theater. You directed the
I Need You to Kill.
I Need You to Kill, the
Starring
documentary that I'm in. That's on Amazon Prime, right? You can watch it there. And you've directed other docs, but I want to get this out of the way because it's important. After all this time, being a comic over 30 years,
over 30, yeah,
you put out an album, Chunks.
Yes,
and then you're also this week making your debut in a feature film.
Yes, as a co-star in a feature film.
This
Weirdly
is
enough,
pretty wild,
it's pretty
dude.
bizarre. It's my time, Tom.
It is your time.
What's this film?
It's called The Fiddling Horse, and I co-star with Andy Kindler.
Oh
in
my
it.
gosh.
Whom you do a podcast with.
Who I also do a podcast called Thought Spiral with. Yes.
Yep.
And a woman named Paul Lindbergh plays my girlfriend, or I play her boyfriend, however you want to play it.
Yeah.
Whose ever publicist is talking.
Right.
And it's a horse racing scam comedy.
Yeah, is it good? Have you seen the
I'm going to New York this weekend for the premiere.
Are you
I saw
excited?
a rough cut, so I know I'm not horrified.
You did see a rough cut.
I did see a rough cut.
How do you feel about seeing yourself perform?
I felt okay about it.
Yeah.
I felt like there's stuff. Here's why I'm happy. There was probably places where I could have done more.
Yeah.
But there weren't a bunch of places where I should have done less.
That's.
I feel pretty good.
I think I'm the same kind of actor as you.
Yeah.
I'm always like, God, I should do a little more there.
Yeah.
It's like barely emoting or.
Right.
I'm like,
well, because I always
felt like more.
I always imagine myself like at
Yeah.
least 15% bigger than what I'm actually putting out. So.
Well, that's great, man. That's got to be exciting.
It was super fun, yeah.
And the fact that like you are longtime friends with Andy and you guys get cast to work together is kind of.
It was a weird process. He had actually written this part for Kindler.
The guy did.
The guy did. The director and writer, C.J. Wallace is his name. And I just, and it was a lead part for Kindler, and he wrote it in Andy's voice, kind of. It was really for him. And he was a fan of our podcast, and I just said, hey, give me a cameo role, and we'll come down and we'll record the podcast on set.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, right. And so for a few months, that's what I was doing. And then right before he shot, I was supposed to have back surgery soon, and I was like, "Hey, if you need to go without me, go ahead, because I know you're having delays and stuff."
Right.
And he's like, "Well, no, actually, I want you to play the lead now, because I just lost my guy." I'm like, "I don't think you do," and he's like, "I do," and I was like, "All right, that's your problem."
Isn't that overwhelming when you're like when you arrive on set to be this like you're not a trained actor or whatever?
And my first day, I had like a 2-page speech, like a sales seminar.
Oh my
speech.
God. How do you remember everything? What's your
It just
method?
comes. I don't know. I found that you can't really memorize it until you're on set and it's on its feet, and then like it sort of comes.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm
speeches
terrible
are a
at
little
that.
harder, but when it's dialogue, it's like you're reacting to another piece of dialogue, so it helps
Yeah.
you remember.
Right. So overall, though, fun experience.
So fun, yeah.
Would you do another?
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, what are the chances that I would?
I think like having a.
I've got a good piece of tape now.
Yeah,
maybe, or a horrible piece of tape. We don't
Right.
know. But no, it was so weird because it actually made me feel less self-conscious when I was acting.
Really?
Yeah, it was a bizarre sensation where I just kind of went, this dude looks like this. That's his problem. He probably deals with it in a different way than I do. You
Right.
know? It's like he doesn't have to feel self-conscious about it. I can give him a confidence that I don't have.
Right.
And so I somehow convinced myself to
that's great.
commit like that. Yeah, it was fun.
You're like that's a Hollywood story though, to be like, I've never acted. Oh, hey, I'm a star in a movie.
Right.
I mean, right?
It's kind of my career. I've had this amazing little taste of everything.
Right.
I got to play on Broadway with Cinematic Titanic, the Mystery Science Theater guys, and I've got to play great theaters, and I've got I've got to be on a couple of classic TV shows with Freaks and Geeks,
Yeah.
So it's like for a guy who no one's ever heard of, I've had this really
you've done a bunch of things. Yeah. And then was it just wanting to check off the thing as far as doing the album? Were you just like, I want to get it done?
It was kind of that. It was kind of like if this is what I'm really, if I'm going to keep calling myself a comic, I need to first of all turn over this set and write another one.
Right.
And I need to put out some product that's me, because it was years ago where I abandoned being a comic for a living.
Yeah.
But I always like felt like a comic writing a TV show or a comic directing a movie.
I feel like having deja vu. We just literally had this conversation with Judd sitting where
Really?
Yeah, because
Judd's a real similar path to mine.
right,
He started
where he
as
was
a teenager like me too.
doing
yeah.
stand up but then all these years later, him with his directing and writing and producing success is like, yeah, but I really like doing stand up.
Yeah, it's just it's my identity. I started at 15, and so that was the first
15.
That was the first identity.
Where did you start at 15?
In Minneapolis.
No. How did you get to do spots at 15?
Because I didn't look 15, and I didn't do material about it, and I was like this 300-pound, 6-foot guy, you know.
Nice.
So people thought I was like 23, and I never talked about it on stage.
You
and
never
then-
brought it up.
Never brought it up.
Did you know that? Like, don't bring it up, like so that.
Well, I knew it. I started going out on the road doing one-nighters when I was 16.
Jesus.
So like in like Bismarck, North Dakota, I knew full well that them knowing I was 16 while I'm telling them to go fuck themselves, sit down, you know, it wasn't going to be good for my authority position.
Right.
So I just did material about commercials and shit.
And if people asked you, did it ever come up? How old are you, man? Would you lie?
I only lied once. My very first road trip, the guy I was going with had told the booker he thinks I'm 18, but I was 16, and I didn't correct him.
Yeah.
But after that, I just didn't drink in the clubs, except for, you know, like in Minneapolis, I was a regular, so they just like hand me scotch in a coffee cup when I came in when I was like 17. You know?
Yeah.
But I never talked about it. I didn't want to be a novelty.
That's smart.
There was nothing about me that said kid, really. I was this big, mature, you know, and I was a joke writer. You know, I was accepted as a peer so quick that, that's what I wanted to be. I didn't want to be aside from these people. I wanted to be one of them.
Right.
That is the danger of being the young, hip act, is that you get pigeonholed as the young, hip comic,
Right.
and then you turn 30, and it's like, well, what do they do with you now? So
Right.
that's quite brilliant.
Well, I don't know that I was ever. I was never in danger of being a sensation, anyway. but I was like, you know, I was a working comic from like 16 on.
That's wild.
On the road, like when I moved out here when I was 20, and I did like 40 weeks on the road, mostly feature weeks.
And how old were you when you started
Before I
Mystery
came
Science Theater?
17.
Jesus.
And 18 when we went to Comedy Channel, and Comedy Central.
That's so young, man.
It was, you know, it was the late 80s, so like there was so much stage time. In Minneapolis, there was such great audiences, you know, who would just sit there and let you suck, you know, and you're great, we like you. you
Yeah.
know? And so it was like this perfect sweet spot, and then I just happened to be in the right place for the Mystery Science Theater thing.
It's unbelievable. It really is, man.
It was fun. It's been a long showbiz general practitioner path.
And now are you flipping it over? You're working on the new hour.
Working on the new hour now.
Yeah.
Wherever that leads. But yeah. And that's fun. It's fun to kind of start over.
It is, right?
Yeah. Because when you're building a set, as you both know, it's like you can only write what comes to you.
Yeah.
You can say, I want to write about this.
Right.
But really, you're just going to write the jokes that come, you know.
True.
Yeah,
and
that's
you'll
true. That's
hit topics,
frustrating.
and then all of a sudden you've got this hour of stuff that's touching on what you want to touch or talk about.
Right.
But it isn't there. So now with a clean slate, it's like, I can try.
You can try.
I can try to talk about it.
It's kind of the most exciting time, though, whenever you actually put out something.
Yeah.
You get this rush of fear and excitement about what's next. you
Yeah.
know?
I mean, I have no career, so it's like I don't have that much fear even. I
Right.
just like wanted it.
But I'm
for
saying the
record,
fear
you know.
of like, what, you have that thing like, oh my God, what if I come up with nothing? You have
Right,
that,
right.
that enters your mind, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Then you get up there and.
Like, do I still have a reason to do
Yeah.
another hour? Yeah.
And then I love when you whatever you think is like, this is going to be a good one. It's like,
Sucks.
dud. And then what your throwaway shit, you're like, oh shit, this actually worked.
Right.
Yeah.
And I have to
What
keep
is
it. And
that?
now I have a half hour of throwaway shit.
But why is that you think that the stuff we perceive as throwaway, or sometimes if it's like an easy thought for you, people go nuts. And then the stuff I labor over to get, the big idea, the big concept, whatever.
Right.
No. It's always the easy peasy stuff,
Well,
right?
'cause it's easy.
Because it's true,
Right.
too. Well, maybe it's dumb and easy. Or maybe it's just because it's really from your core, huh?
Right.
And that
Yeah.
feels easy to you.
It's on that
We're the
wavelength.
ones looking for a challenge, not them.
Yeah.
That's a really good
true,
point.
yeah. That's
Yeah.
true. They just want to be entertained.
Right. And but those harder ones, you always feel like you're that one sentence
Yeah.
away.
That's right.
From like, oh, now they'll get it.
And then sometimes it takes you 3 years to change the wording. And you're like,
Exactly.
I always should have said the.
Even on my album, I was like, I didn't even settle on more. You can hear it throughout where I'm still like writing the jokes as I'm saying them. you
Yeah,
know?
of course. No. That's what makes it like something you want to do for the rest of your life, though.
Yeah, for sure.
Because of that.
Yeah.
So we've had our resident Jew, Nadav, give us a breakdown of what's going on in a video.
Yeah.
And I'd really like you to weigh in on this.
Okay.
Okay. So
I'm
if you
watching
don't
here.
mind. Yeah, you're going to watch it. Oh, no, sorry. You're going to watch it on that monitor.
Okay.
So you...
All right. I see some payas, some side curls there already.
And I'm gonna hopefully weigh your assessment versus his. I'll let him.
All right.
All right.
guys are all kidnapping me. What's going on? Yeah.
Not a kidnap. Want a hitch from you?
I'll give you a hitch. I just need to get my stuff out. My car's right here. And you guys can take it, all right?
Okay, so I can take the car, okay?
After I get my stuff out, you can take the car. Can't take it this second.
This is the world's most polite carjacking happening?
I know.
Is this the...
I'm taking it.
No.
I'll give you the key when I get my shit out.
Okay.
You guys aren't stealing my stuff. Yeah, I'll give you the key. Yes. Thank you.
Give me please the key.
I will when I get my stuff out, man. You guys need to chill out for a second. Yeah, this is all my stuff.
If only he can stall until sundown. This thing is going to be off. I killed with Nadav in the background.
Yeah, he's loving it.
Loves it. Hey, Nadav, why do they talk? I mean, they speak Yiddish, right? But they're born in America.
Right.
When give me the kiss, please. Like, why are they talking like they know that?
They live in very cloistered.
That's a really good question.
They live in very cloistered
Yeah, these Orthodox
communities,
Jews, like they make sure that their kids' first language is Hebrew or Yiddish.
Right.
Yeah.
So naturally, they're going to develop accents. And
Right.
I pop the cap in the ass.
Yeah, but like, you know, they want them hanging out with other Jews that are like them. So there's
Right.
no one really
Right.
making sure that accent goes away.
Right. In fact,
Which is why they all sound like immigrants.
Right. Yeah, they have no desire to assimilate. So
Yeah.
why?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's cool. That's good.
Is that it, or is there more? I forget.
Guys are going crazy. Hold on. This is all my stuff.
Oh boy. Everybody's gathering around.
Where you guys from? What are you guys doing here? Field trip? No?
No answer.
They're living the dream. They're getting something for free.
They aggressively want to play through.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Everybody say
Hey,
hi.
look, give me the key. Give me the key.
Yeah, what a little shit, huh?
Yeah, this guy. Come on, man.
Jesus Christ, they're so aggressive. These.
Well, my favorite part of it, is that it? Is it over? Is when I first played this, we just watched it. And I'm like, what's going on? And Nadav went to town. No one asked. So, do you have an opinion as like what's really going on here? Like what is happening?
They have taken over a golf course for a bar mitzvah, is my guess.
Nadav?
I mean, I think this is one of those things where it's like a Jewish community is next to a golf course. And then, you know, people come that they see if they could like just score shit off of.
Jesus.
You know, they ask for an inch and they're like, oh shit, we should ask for a mile.
This is him every time.
Yeah.
Every time. He's like, they're the worst.
Goddamn Jews.
He's like,
Orthodox.
nobody likes them.
Orthodox Jews.
And an Orthodox, in your opinion, always, if you give them an inch.
They'll take them out, yeah.
Yeah. And you're like, and the rest of us all feel this way.
Well, you know, if you have stuff left over, then you didn't give them enough. Yeah.
Jesus.
Wow. See what I mean? Wow. He said it.
He's right,
Yeah.
though. I mean, like,
He's right,
These are
okay.
essentially the gypsies. What the gypsies are in Europe. We talked about this last time.
And where
Or
is
maybe I just wanted to say this out loud. I didn't last time.
Yeah, I don't remember this last time.
Oh, yeah, the Tzigane and ask them in Budapest when you're there.
Oh,
how
I'm
they
sure it'll go
feel
over
about
well.
the Tziganes.
Yeah.
Because it's culturally very similar. Just give me your shit. Let me steal it from you. Let me squat. Let me piss on the sidewalk.
You're saying that these are
Scumbags.
American gypsies right here?
Yeah, this is similar.
Look at Nadav
Gypsy
nodding.
shit.
He's like, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
My
scum-
favorite, too, is like whenever we have like any type of service needed
Yeah.
here of any time, he'll be like, I called a couple guys. There was an Israeli. I hung up on him. So I'm like, all right. Okay.
But not uncommon. I mean, I have a lot of Israeli friends that say similar things.
Yeah.
Here, yeah.
Every
So-
time I meet an Israeli and they hear
similar.
my last name, they're like, you are a Jew. You are what? You are a
You're
Jew.
one of us.
Yes, you are one.
Everything will be good.
Yes, of course. This
Yeah.
will be a
And
very
do you-
square deal.
And do you feel that way?
Not really.
No.
No.
Do you distrust them as well?
I don't distrust at their face, but I do. But you know, I don't give just because they're Jewish more credence.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, the
that's
only
smart.
service person that I ever was like, just take me for a ride. I don't give a shit. Was the air conditioning guy.
Yeah, and he does all the
Yeah,
time.
yeah. And he's Israeli.
And I love
And he's
him.
like, I mean, if you want this to work, it's going to be like $8 like, here it is. Here's the fucking $8
If you want me to do it right.
Yeah,
then-
yeah. He's like, do you want cool air? I absolutely do. Yeah.
I know.
But all the other guys that like service of any kind, I'm like, I'll call somebody else. Air conditioning guy, I'm like, you're the guy.
Right.
Do whatever you want.
But I'll tell you why. It's because our guy, he's the first one to answer the call.
He is.
24/7.
He's on top of it.
He comes over fast. He fixes it fast.
And then he finds new problems.
Every time.
All the time.
I consider what I do.
Something else breaks down.
I
So
consider
weird.
what I do a concierge air conditioning.
Yeah,
service.
that's exactly what it is.
He breaks
the problem
something.
with, look at, I took pictures, look at this shit.
Yeah,
And I'm like,
all the
yeah.
time.
Yeah, it does look like it sucks. 15 grand? 15 grand it is.
Yes, do want to do it right, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yep. Appreciate it, man. Thanks for coming out.
Change the filter.
I come back tomorrow, maybe you give me $5 grand and be done. I'm like,
Fucking son
okay.
of a bitch, always.
Fucking guy.
I do like him though.
Yeah.
And his son.
He keeps you cool.
He does, dude.
That's, you know, a lot of
I mean, that's
payoff.
the thing, dude. For fat guys, you start talking about air conditioning, you're like,
right. It's like why we used to put up with pot dealers.
yeah.
It's like they deliver the goods.
It's
at the
it,
end.
man.
You walk away with what you need.
I'm
at the
happy
end.
to pay you. Just
Yes.
tell me what it is. I know.
By the way, I won't divulge where your studio is.
Yeah.
But it's very near where my pot dealer of years ago was.
Okay, good. Oh, yeah.
Very.
Excellent.
Do you still see him?
No, don't need to anymore.
Oh, that's right.
Cut
yeah.
'em loose.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes.
That is totally true. We, by the way, I don't know. I don't think Christina's seen this. Do you have any idea? It's going to be on this screen here.
Okay.
What do you know? What's being said here, Christina? I don't think you've seen this at all. Just so you.
Hello. Pretty Christian. I like to and swimming. Oh.
Where's this from?
I don't know, but he just finished swimming. That's what I got.
I heard I said, can we man one more time, please?
All right, story time.
Okay. Okay.
New one? Let me hear
Um,
that again, Tom, please.
yeah.
One more time.
Hello.
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 Pretty Christian. I like to and swimming. Oh.
Okay.
Here's the thing.
I didn't hear
I
the
got
first,
it.
but I
It's
got it. And I
put your,
just
it's hello, put your cane down. I'm going swimming.
and I just finished swimming.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
Don't you
finished
hear
swimming.
that?
I definitely heard a clear
Hello.
hello. I heard
All
that.
right, we're all agreed on hello.
I put my candy down.
And then
I think he put his candy away,
Put
and then he went swimming.
put something down.
He put his cat.
Christian.
Put the cat down. He put his cat
He
down.
put his cat down.
Put his cat down.
And then I just got done swimming.
Yeah.
Christian.
Put the cunt down.
And then
I like to and swimming.
on a trip and I'm swimming.
I like.
I just finished swimming. As
I
well.
like
Yeah.
shark.
I just
fin
finished swimming?
swimming.
Yeah.
I thought he was saying I'm on a trip, like letting you know I'm on a trip and I'm swimming.
I think I would go. I'm on a trip and I just finished swimming.
Okay, here we go.
I like to and swimming.
On a trip, finish swimming. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what
He likes
Yeah.
finished trimmings.
No, what he's saying is, give
On
me that
furniture.
fucking golf cart right now.
Right.
Give me the fucking golf cart.
Yeah, it's a new video that just came in.
Thank you for sending that in. What a treasure. What is wrong? Boy, we certainly go everywhere with this show, don't we?
Yeah.
No. nah.
I want to show.
I thought we went out of our way to reach a level of understanding.
Well, we did.
Yeah.
Dude, have you ever had a bad tooth?
Oh, no, please not this video. I don't think I can do it, Tom.
Please, please.
Oh, shit.
Yes, I have.
Things first. You want to take yourself a hook knife like this, work best. Try to get all the dog food off it. Wash in some Pepsi, maybe. This is probably going to hurt just a little bit. Hurt just a little bit, so bear with me.
This is the Fed smoker, by the way. You know him?
I don't.
Yeah. Do you have his other one just ready for after? Yeah. Get that one ready.
What's nice about this knife here is the tip's been broke off, so
yeah.
we're going to
For this purpose, it's better.
bear with me.
Tip's been broke off. Ay, ay, ay. Nope. Nope.
Come on. Bear down.
No.
Come on.
Yeah.
We're parked illegally. Quit. Quit.
He's got that bad tooth, man. Sometimes, dentists will take you for a ride.
It's no Tom Hanks with an ice skate. But
It's so crazy. This guy's insane. I don't know, man. It's just. with a knife in there. Oh, I heard something.
Oh, yeah. That was relief is what that was.
That was, yeah. And then just with the finger.
I think we get the picture.
Oh, yeah, now we get the picture.
Yeah.
Oh, nice work.
It's good, right? Got it.
Oh, God, I think I got it.
Yeah, I think
how
you did
big
too.
his tits are. I guess.
Look at that bad tooth, folks. Look at that fucking thing.
What's around his neck,
Hardly any
too?
blood at all.
Yeah,
Yep,
okie dokie.
that's good.
What's around his
Painless.
neck,
Cool necklace.
If you ever need a tooth pulled, you come and see me.
There you go.
It's about cut my lip, though.
And he saved his deductible.
There you go.
Nadav, will you Google drunk Hungarian guys pulling teeth out?
I worked on America's Funniest Home Videos.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
So in terms
Saw a
of
lot.
teeth extraction, I have seen many.
You've seen all of
Yeah,
them.
usually it's sending things off with the rope around the tooth.
I think
Yeah.
this is it. Guys, these are my people. This is
Yeah.
how we do it.
So whether you get good and sauced, right? That's what you got to do for
There you
these.
go. There's
I don't
no
think that was a
music.
problem for him. I think that.
Whoa.
Guys, look at this. This is my
Whoa.
tribe.
That's
This
just
is.
pliers.
Is there audio? Can we know?
Mondtam neki, bazd meg.
Bazd meg.
Oh,
Mit tudom, a jó fogamat kihúzod, akkor annyi neki.
He's gonna pull his teeth out of his head. No problem.
Fogjál rá. Fogjátok meg. Nem kell megfogni.
He says you don't have to hold me. He's saying you don't have to hold me.
Ki? Ráncs ki.
Jó, mondom. Mondom.
Oh, fuck.
Ez a beteg, mi?
It's a sick one. He says that's a sick one. This one.
Várja.
Wait. He's saying wait.
Ez a beteg.
This is the sick one.
Bazd meg!
Bazd meg!
Another one? Another one?
Nézd ide, vigyorogjál!
I missed it. Did you get the wrong one? Did you take the wrong one?
Shit, man.
No, I don't understand that bit.
Ah.
What do you
this
think?
guy, just so you know, the reason this is more significant to us is that
Okay.
this is also the Fed smoker.
Okay.
Now, the Fed smoker, he has a mission, which is to basically call out bullshit law enforcement people, cops, bad
He
cops.
regulates the
He regulates
regulators.
himself.
But not just federal officers.
Not just federal,
by
but,
his name.
but that's his handle,
Okay, all right.
Fed smoker. So to give you an idea of how he does his job, this screen over here will give you just a little taste of how he kind of conducts.
I like this video better.
Yeah, this is a good one. This is
Hey,
him.
bro, I'm on record for a moment. What is this place, anyways? What is this place?
You don't need to film me.
Oh, I'm doing a documentary. Listen here.
I don't care. I don't want to be.
This is America, you dumb son of a bitch, okay?
You dumb son of a bitch. I'm a private person, and I don't
I'm
want to
a
be filmed,
fucking
so fuck
American,
your
you
goddamn film.
stupid fuck. I can ask you anything I want.
Fed Smokers was filmed live.
Right. That's
Different dog too. Did you notice he has a different dog in this?
Yeah, he's a
dark lab.
I could see why there'd be turnover.
Now he looks more clean.
Definitely.
So this is the before. I think this is down the road on the bender a bit. Is what I'm guessing.
I don't know.
He looks way worser.
I don't know. I mean, logically, this is first.
Right.
And this is yesterday.
Right.
But
This is fresh.
Yeah. It could be that this was first and he went here. I don't buy that story.
It could be that this guy punched him in the tooth.
That's true.
I don't think
This,
so.
well, here, he keeps it. It's pretty cool the way he handles the situation.
I can tell you no anytime I want.
Fucking baby raper on your face, okay,
You want a baby
cocksucker?
raper? You're the one who looks like a baby raper.
Baby raper.
Would you
Chomo.
escape from jail?
What's up there, Chomo? Listen here. What do you guys? How do you get a job here, there, fuckface?
Well, not by talking like that.
Oh, you know what? You're fired, bud.
No,
okay?
I'm not.
You're talking to me.
He fired him himself.
Huh?
Fired.
He just fired him
bud.
himself.
That's
He was
right.
like, "You're fired."
You're fired, bud.
You're talking to
Grit your
me.
teeth
I'm
a
a
little more,
fucking
tough guy.
American,
Grit
you
your tough-
fuck.
tough guy.
You're the one
Grit your
touching my
teeth.
camera through the
Grit your
fence,
teeth,
you
tough guy. Come on,
faggot.
grit your teeth.
I'm gonna talk to the sheriff's department about you, buddy. Okay?
Go get him. Go get him.
You know what? You're fired. Okay? You didn't follow proto. How do you get a job here?
Proto.
You know what
You're-
protocol is?
Yeah, I take cops' badges all the time doing it. You know who you're talking to? A retired double agent there, you fucking
talking to him,
retard.
man.
A retired double agent.
Retired
double agent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
okay?
You're off from the insane asylum, buddy.
You just lost your life, okay, as far as your job goes.
You threatening my life?
No, I told you job.
You threatening my fucking life?
Job, bitch.
That's not what you said, asshole.
Well, we're changing it to job because you're taking it out of context there. What's your name, anyways? See these wire?
You only not
you
clothes.
just got your job there, buddy. It's baby raper on your face clothes, okay? Ta-ta there, retard. You didn't follow proto, buddy. You're done.
There you go.
This guy belongs on Team Giuliani.
Right?
Yeah.
But like he has a full spectrum of talent. He can do this, he can do that, you know?
Absolutely. Dentistry, undercover work.
I see SNL in the future.
For sure.
I just realized why I love you so much.
Why is that?
It's our mutual love of a mentally ill.
Oh my God.
I definitely think it's our mutual love of weird shit like this.
I kind of got that
Thank
from the
God.
outside a long time ago.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't
Ta-ta
know.
there, retard.
Okay.
Bipolar, Dr. Drew says bipolar.
Oh yeah, Dr. Drew did say that. I don't know. I would
And
challenge
maybe a
him
little
on that.
meth because look at the teeth. I may go
You're
meth.
trying to think this guy's done drugs before? I don't think so.
Clean
I'm
as
not
the
saying
whistle.
that.
I do not think so.
I think just a little drug called loneliness.
Yeah. Right?
I don't know. You think loneliness drives you to this?
Well,
yeah, it doesn't help.
That and he keeps losing his dogs.
Loneliness drives you to what Robert Paul Champagne did the other day.
Yeah, we'll get there in a moment.
Nice tease.
Let's clean the palate a little bit here.
Sorbet.
Lyman.
I gotta let it go, y'all. I can't do it no more.
Jesus.
You could kind of hear the extra mustard she was putting on.
Yeah, she
in
did.
the middle there.
She wanted it to be something.
I'm impressed. I'm impressed.
Oh, Jesus.
Like the Lord got a hold of her.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
See?
It's like the end of the Macy's parade there.
Yeah, really. Dude, can you? I mean, how big are those tits?
Oh,
Do you
let me
know?
see. They're not that big.
Really?
Not at the biggest I've seen on TikTok.
They get smaller. They get smaller throughout the actual clip.
Scare me, y'all. Scare me.
You don't think her tits are that big?
Excuse me.
No, her tits are just mismanaged. They're not that big. She's just in the wrong bra.
Really?
But I've seen huge tits on TikTok. This doesn't come close to what I've seen.
Really?
Yeah. She just has no underwire right now. She needs a better bra.
Everybody's been weighing
I
in.
thought she just had them on the table.
Those are big tits. I'm not gonna. Yeah.
Do you like big tits?
Do you like them? Do you? Okay.
Small tits rarely fall victim to mismanagement.
That's true.
No, they don't.
They're little hungry tits. They just need to eat some more. So everybody's been weighing in on one line that a blood gang member is saying. Do you want to give your opinion?
Okay.
This
wait.
public announcement
I need.
goes
I
out
need.
to all
Okay.
bitch
Sorry.
ass niggas that motherfucker claim that
Sorry.
I'm false blood.
He needs a minute.
Call me
I know.
out and see if
I'm
a
sorry. I'm sorry.
false blood.
Okay. Sorry. Go. Sorry.
I just want to. First, I want to figure out my safety parameters.
Yes,
Like
okay.
what have other people been cautious about what they're saying?
No, because
No,
it's a
not on this
very
show.
this whole clip is like let's say 15 seconds long.
Okay.
One sentence in there is up for debate.
Okay.
And so
we're interpreting more than
Yeah, it's
judging.
just we're not judging. Okay. We're just saying he's saying this
All right.
versus he's saying that.
All right.
Okay, here we go.
This public announcement goes out to all you bitch ass niggas that motherfucker claim that I'm a false blood. Bitch, call me out and see if I'm a motherfucking false blood. You niggas don't work no wreck. SooWoo, bitch ass niggas.
So the part that's up for debate is when he says, "You big words don't want something work."
Don't work no ret. is what I
There,
heard?
that's the part that's up for debate.
Okay.
You niggas don't work no wreck.
I mean, yeah, I heard don't work no ret.
Don't work no ret.
No, that
I'm not saying that's a word.
You niggas don't work no wreck.
that's not even in the universe so far.
So here's what people are.
Retribution. Maybe?
Oh my God.
Rat? No, I don't think so. I don't.
Well, the
this
big
This is all over.
the big debate
Okay.
is people are saying it's either want no wreck, WRECK,
Okay.
Or work no rep, R-E-P.
I don't think it's either. I think I think he is. I think he's speaking his own little twin language.
And you think it's ret?
Huh?
You think it's ret?
I don't know. Let me hear it again, please.
Okay. I like that you're taking it seriously.
You niggas don't work no wreck.
You want to hear it in slow mo?
Sure. I'm gonna go. Maybe you don't want no wreck.
Don't want no wreck.
Yeah.
That is the most popular choice for right now.
You know, if I may interject here, the big lesson learned from Home Here Now
Yeah.
was that it was intuitively, I'm home here now.
Mhm.
And then we got into our heads about it.
Yeah.
And we thought it was a bunch of
Hold
other...
me on out.
Hold me on out.
Hold me on down. Yeah.
It's really your first inclination. It's the logical first inclination.
It's you
niggas
don't want no wreck.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like.
I feel like that's, you know.
Do it again, Tom.
You niggas don't work no wreck.
You do it your way with the drop.
You
niggas
don't want no wreck.
Yeah.
Don't work no wreck.
Don't
You
want
saying
no
work?
wreck.
Is it work no wreck?
I'm hearing work no.
I think want. It's logical. To me, it's the home here now. It's home
The
here
slow
now.
mo teaches me that it's want. It's not work.
It's want.
It's want.
Oh, let me hear
You're
this
saying
shit.
work?
In the slow mo, I'm hearing work for sure.
I hear want for sure.
We're gonna have to bring in a forensic guy.
Also, is his dress blue or gold?
It's all right. That's exactly what this is.
Exactly.
Nah, I don't know. It keeps changing.
Yeah, if you're a forensic audio guy, please send us an email, yourmomspodcast@gmail.com. The subject line should say, work no wreck forensic. So we will be.
Maybe one part of the turf is the rec center.
That has been suggested.
So you don't work no wreck.
Most convincing that it's something else is that another listener who's from East Orange, New Jersey, said that they grew up in a blood neighborhood, and that the expression "work no rep," it's very common. It's right here. You can see this guy. He actually tells us that.
Okay.
So the SooWoo guy is 1,000% saying work no rep. Yeah, I'm from fucking East Orange, New Jersey, nigga. There's all bloods in that neighborhood, and I used to hear that shit all the time, my dude. The problem is, your boy's just got too many fucking holes in his mouth, so I don't think the words is coming out right, but I know that's what he was saying. It's a very common phrase amongst the blood community, at least where I'm from. So
I have to say, I trust him more than any of us.
I 100% trust him. But
Well-
right before you were here, a guy sat and was like, 100% it's work no wreck. Or want no wreck.
Want no wreck.
So now we have the debate. The debate is alive. I wish they
That's
would.
what makes podcasts go.
I know, right? I wish they would bring it up at the presidential debates. You know, have everybody.
By the way, shout out to Juno Wana.
Yeah.
How do you say his name on Instagram? He makes so many lovely memes for the show.
Juno Wanan. That's what you say.
Juno Wanan?
Like Juno Wanan. You don't want none of
Oh,
this.
Juno Wanan.
He used to be Hoseby Lion.
Yeah, that's right. He was Hoseby Lion.
And now he's Juno Wanan.
Yes, he's been a longtime fan of ours and a dedicated Instagrammer. So shout out
Juno Wanan.
to Hoseby Lion. That's right.
Well,
That's
even
like
if he's full of shit, he was very credible.
He was very convincing,
Yeah.
yeah. That sounds very Dominican to me. Juno Wanan.
Juno Wanan.
Juno Wananadis.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Well, the debate is alive and well. I don't think it's going to be settled anytime soon until a forensic audio person weighs in.
There's
on
got
this.
to be one.
There's got to be one. We tried to hire one for Home Here Now, and then we had the conversation going. They're like, "This isn't by any chance explicit, is it?" And we were like, "Very." He's like, "I'm good." Yeah.
Whoops.
Yeah. Oopsie daisy.
I don't want your job.
Yeah. Yeah. He did not want any piece of it. Cool Guy Tony is here. Are these new Cool Guy Tonys?
I don't think you guys have seen this before.
My favorite cool guy.
Is there a way to introduce him to Josh so he knows who we're talking about? Or would I?
Yeah, let me pull that up real quick.
So
Sorry,
basically,
I'm not fully up to speed.
No, but it just helps.
You're
It helps. You know, so you
Sure.
know, so you got him. So this guy we just discovered, luckily, he was such an interesting, cool guy, and he put out this video first.
Okay, cool guy Tony.
Yep.
You know, like that ass though, like breakups are hard, don't get me wrong, ladies and gents, playboys and playgirls. Ooh, breakups are hard, but you gotta realize, for, you know, a sexy Italian boy like me, the most fucking drop-dead gorgeous guy in this motherfucking state of Utah, if I can get any girl in the state, that ass.
Utah.
We up out of here. No shame, no game, baby. You want that old bowler, that young buck, baby, because I'm that young buck. We up out of here, that ass. Woo!
There's a lot going on. There is. Some people would say drug usage.
No, can't tell you what Dr. Drew said.
Mental illness.
No,
Mania?
head injury.
Head injury. Well,
He's going for just a head injury.
Wow.
Which, because he said the repetition, the nonsensical, like he's not quick.
yeah.
And the laughter of the friends saying, we only keep this guy around because he makes us laugh.
Right. Right.
There was that kind of mean laughter there.
Uh-huh.
Not
Yeah.
like, this is my favorite character you do laughter.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. We up out of here. Yeah, but do you think he gets laid a lot? He says he does. We've seen other videos.
Why not take him at his word?
You know,
I believe him.
I've seen some pictures that he posts with him and a girl, and the girl is always like, ugh. Like, she's always like annoyed and hassled, and he's like, ah!
He's like, you know what I was like, we dead ass.
Yeah, and she's always like, oh, God.
Yeah, that's him. That is him.
Oh yeah, one more
Oh.
thing for all you young bucks going out to the club tonight. One last thing.
Okay.
What you gotta look out for, and this is what, you know, my one of my good buddies, you know, was telling me about, and I've tried it numerous times, and it really works. Look out for body language.
Whoa.
Oh, that was so sexual.
Wow.
It was.
Look out for
Also,
body language.
don't you feel like he just learned the expression body language?
Yes.
I
I
was
think so.
excited to say
Yes.
it.
But I think deep down he knew it.
You think so?
along.
Oh.
He knew it. You know,
He's like, there's a
look at his
name for that?
Look at his body language now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there,
Come on in. Is
Yep.
what that says.
is
to
there
me.
a seatbelt buckle around his neck?
That's just his safety. That's
Yeah.
that's just.
You could fall out of bed, dead ass.
That's right. Then your body language will be all flailing around.
Dead
Because
ass.
you know what, the eyes don't lie. They really
Oh.
don't. At the end of the day, the eyes do not lie. You
This
know,
is a
if girl
toned down
likes you,
Tony.
she's gonna look at you dead in the eyes. you
Yeah,
know,
it's
and
different.
She's gonna be, you know, her body's gonna be.
He is
facing
maintaining good
towards
phone
you, so
contact
that's how
with his
you can
eyes, too.
tell.
Yeah.
Hold
But
on,
like, this is like, you ever hang
this
out with
is
like
mellow,
a
yeah.
celebrity one-on-one and you're like, oh, you're like a regular person?
Just you.
And then,
much.
and then, and then no, like you're talking to someone and you're like, oh, like this is like the real you. And then as soon as other people come around, you're like,
Right.
holy shit.
Wow, he
They
puts it
turn,
back-
they
right,
turn their
yeah.
personality back. I feel like famous people will do that a
Right.
lot.
Cool guy Tony as well.
Cool guy Tony
Yeah.
is doing that too. Yeah.
Interesting observation.
Yeah, he's
Tom.
like, this is like
This is
really who it
really
is.
him.
He's trying to genuinely give advice here. He's really,
Yeah.
he's like,
Absolutely,
He's
well.
like, you know, you should really pay attention to this. And then,
If you go into a club tonight, which I'm gonna go into a club, and I'm gonna talk to some women.
It looks
you
like the
know,
video key is going to unlock
and
that
if,
thing on his
You know,
neck.
I get up to the bar and her body's faced towards me. That's a big key indicator that, hey, you know, she's
knows the
into
word
me. She wants to
indicator?
talk to me. Maybe she wants to have a couple drinks.
So
He's
if someone's
serious.
facing you, it's a good, opening.
that is great insight. Yes.
But I will say, you're right, that this is the most vulnerable we've seen Tony.
Ever.
He's usually putting on the bravado.
A lot. Take your Ubers.
We up out of here.
Yeah.
This could be
And-
postcoital. This could be
No.
that
It's
might
that
be
kind of
Tony's
energy.
postcoital glow.
Maybe
It's that kind of energy.
Post self-coital.
Well, that counts.
That counts too. Yeah.
Like Robert
That's how I do
Paul.
most of my posts.
That's body language.
It's body language. It is.
You know, but anyways, what I'm saying though is the eyes don't lie. They really don't. You know, body language is a key tip to pull and tell.
There you
Ah,
go.
to pull and
There you
tail.
go.
Take your Ubers.
Yeah.
I can watch
wow.
this guy all day.
Now let's
I
see
just
if
love him.
here he is the same Tony or not.
fascinating.
Don't ever go to a crazy girl's house. Watch this. I mean, look at these bad boys. Ooh, it's on the motherfucking. It's the leg.
What?
She fucking ripped my whole
A
fucking.
girl tore his
slack off.
pants.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh jeez.
Yeah.
Like that, so she ripped the whole motherfucking all the way from here, coming all the way the fuck down there. And I'm like, oh my lord.
This is a more toned down version of him. Really.
$120 slacks.
Maybe he's not drunk.
My favorite slacks. She fucking just ripped
Slacks. That's like my dad's word. I got my favorite slacks.
They ripped my trousers.
Yeah. It's such a fucking funny thing to hear a guy say. Like
My
a young
short
guy be like,
pants.
my slacks are torn.
I have to go get my knickerbockers mended.
Yeah.
He's so crazy.
Yeah, but I think because he's drinking in most.
See,
of
this
his
is what he's
posts.
normally like, Josh,
Yeah,
on
it's
this
the
screen.
alcohol. It's the alcohol.
Hope you're cracking a couple cold ones. I've already went through a 12 pack, but we up out of here. I'm about to go get me another sixer. You know what
Jesus.
I'm saying? It is the weekend.
Christ.
Cheers, everybody. Drink responsibly. Take your Ubers. Take your cabs home because it's all about drinking responsibly.
You got it, Josh?
I do. He's got. I mean, he's. Say what you want about his delivery, but it's all sound advice.
It's great advice.
Yeah.
It's great advice.
See, I think
Body language is important to see how people are reacting to you.
And he tells you, if you drink and drive, he says,
Don't do it. It's bad.
sound advice. Yep.
It's
I think Dr. Drew is right about the brain damage because if you'll
He
notice,
might have brain damage.
when he's not drinking.
Yeah.
He's pretty normally
Yeah. Well,
somewhat
that-
speeched, and then you put a little alcohol on that brain of
Well,
his.
that says drunk, not brain damage. I would
That's
say.
right.
If he's normal when he's not drinking, that
he's
says
normal.
drunk.
Yeah.
Right.
He's right.
Right.
Otherwise, he would see more brain damage.
Right.
When sober.
Well, he doesn't seem bright when he's sober.
No,
But he's not
well,
that- he's not, like,
I mean,
dumb as
stupid and
shit.
drunk aren't mutually exclusive.
Right.
Well, watch this one. This is the one I showed Drew.
is just out of jail.
We just got out, baby. Salt Lake County. Let's go.
Drinking, driving ain't good.
It's not
Don't
good.
do it.
It's bad.
It's bad. Don't do it.
It's the weekend, baby. Let's get it. Salt Lake County, baby.
Wow.
Like dead ass though.
He was
Yeah.
drinking some toilet liquor in the
Yeah, what's he so happy? He's going to go out and get hammered and drink and
I
drive
also think
again.
there might be some social anxiety here too. I think that when he's at home, comfortable in his
He's very
environment,
comfortable there. Yeah.
that's where his true self. Everything else he has to put on. He has to put up a front.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Put on airs.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen this, but I can tell you one of my biggest pet peeves. I mean, it's not just a pet peeve. It's almost like a phobia. I'm just revolted by public kissing.
Really?
Yeah, I don't like it.
Okay.
I don't like seeing people kiss in public. I don't like it in movies. I don't like it in shows.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Whenever I see people kiss, I'm like, oh, fucking come on, Just, I don't know. I don't know. I've heard that that's what this is. So let me see. Oh. Yeah, I would have trouble with this. Oh my God. That's not at all what I was expecting when the file name says sexy kisses in public. What the fuck, man?
That is really intense. She
There's
must
so
like
much
it.
saliva. There's
but see how
so
she's
much.
holding her head like this, like
It's like it's really into it when someone's like this kissing you back.
It's her body language. She's facing
good.
him. Therefore,
We learned that.
Therefore, she wants it. God forbid she's got on like a short skirt. Then she really wants it.
Right.
Jesus
this
Christ.
guy is going nuts.
Yeah,
on
I
her.
don't like public
I don't
kissing.
like it either.
Huh.
You like it? You might does
Not
bother you.
Frenching.
Yeah.
Public
No,
Frenching.
I mean, at a certain point, it gets to eye roll level for me.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it doesn't
yeah.
gross me out.
Yeah.
I mean, that didn't help the cause.
That wasn't
No.
good. No. Oh my God. I can't. Yeah, I don't know what it is.
It's intimacy.
Yeah.
It's too intimate for public behavior. Frenching?
Are you disgusted by the actual what's happening, or are you disgusted by the behavior?
That's a good question, man. Because I can tell you that like a peck, I don't feel that with. Somebody just says like a hello or a goodbye. That doesn't send any emotion through me.
Yeah.
But when I start seeing like kissing, yeah, I'm like, what are you doing? I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? That's my reaction.
Okay.
Like,
Right. So it's anger.
why are you doing that here?
Right.
There's people
It's
around.
very Archie Bunker. It's very,
Really?
Ah, jeez, there with
Yeah.
you."
Yeah, I guess so. And especially if they're black, then I get. I don't care. I hate them all.
Yeah.
All kisses.
Okay.
All right. I realize how that sounds now. So
well clarified.
Yeah. This. Okay. This is a would you rather. Who proposed this? Is this yours?
No, someone emailed this to us.
Okay. And do you want to at least walk me through what would you rather is?
Yeah. Okay. So someone sent in a would you rather where they sent in a video of a world record holder, female, I think shot put or javelin thrower, and she
stick or ball.
I think it's the one on a string.
I see it, and so I see this, and the proposal is: would you rather, when you have an orgasm, you sound like this lady?
Yeah. Would you rather sound like that lady every time you orgasm, or
let me do the orgasm first, or jeez.
That'd be the hammer throw.
That is.
That's how I would do it. I would make the same noise.
She's so strong.
It's so exciting to go that fast and then to get that momentum going.
She broke the record on that one.
Hell yeah, she did.
So that's your orgasm.
funny.
That's mine or my partner's?
No, you.
That's
okay,
yours.
All right.
Yours.
Okay.
God. Or what?
It's just a text file.
Oh.
It's just the title of it.
Or when you pee with your pants all the way down around your ankles every time. So if you're in a urinal in public, you're at home, you drop trout all the way.
Then I'd rather have the banshee-like orgasm.
I think so too. Yeah,
I can control when that happens.
Yeah, and you're not usually at a stall.
What if
I'm
you-
never at a restaurant and go, I gotta go jizz.
I gotta go.
But wait. Let's revise this. What if at the stall you just take off your pants completely, but you leave your shoes on?
That's so inconvenient.
It is.
Yeah. And by the way,
there's a
dropping
different paradigm for women too. You don't have the urinal thing.
And by the way,
Right, of
men
course.
piss all over the ground.
Right.
So you're always you're going to be dipping your pants in
just
piss.
the pants ruining alone. Yeah.
Yeah. It's fucking disgusting. Sometimes you're like, did they even try to piss in the urinal? Like they'll be
Were they afraid of the urinal?
Yeah.
So nasty.
It's
well,
gross.
And it's also, I think you get that first thing. So
Yep.
then guys step back to not step in that first thing of pee, and then they keep getting progressively farther away.
Okay, I've got it. What if?
Okay.
This is like at school. You have to call on me.
All right, Christina.
Okay. What if every time, you know how much you love your Starbucks?
Yeah.
What if every time you take your first sip of your Starbucks, you have to scream like that?
Uh-huh.
But you have to do it inside the Starbucks. Like you have to get the drink and then you take a sip and you go,
First of all,
so
you
good.
would get kicked out immediately.
Yeah, but you're done. You got your coffee.
Yeah, that's true. But the shame, it kind of wear on you, right?
Yeah.
Or
you just start doing drive-thrus.
no, he can't. He has to go into the Starbucks.
Why do I have to go in?
This is part of the would you rather. I'm reworking it to be
Right.
better. Okay. Or so you get your you have to go in, you have to scream,
Hey,
it's
okay,
so
can I have my
good.
coffee? You hand it to me?
Right.
It's so good. And you have to say, it's so good.
After I scream?
Yes. Do it. Do it together.
I think
Yeah.
that softens it.
That's what I'm saying.
If
It helps you. a
It
little
does
bit.
help you.
I'll have an iced coffee, no sweetener, extra ice.
Here you go, sir. Take your sip.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Exactly. Or every time you have to take a dump, you have to get in the car and drive to Starbucks, ask for the code, and then wait for the two homeless guys in front of you to finish their baths before you can go in.
Every dump?
I'm selling my Starbucks stock, by the way.
Yeah. I mean, Jesus Christ. I'm definitely screaming and saying, this is so good. So good.
And then finding an intelligentsia. To go.
Yeah. And by the way, 100% you get one shot at every Starbucks. That's a good way to see every Starbucks in the country, because they're going to be like, you're not welcome.
Although it is kind of my compliments to the chef if you end it with it's so good. You know?
Yeah. Will you try it once?
Try what one?
Will you go into a Starbucks, order, scream, and say this? It's so
I'll
good?
do it right now.
No, you
Video
won't.
it. I'll do it right
You'll
now.
scream like that loud?
Yeah.
That lady
You mean
screamed
that?
for a fucking... You're going to do that in a Starbucks.
It's so good. And then I'll get kicked out.
They're going to kick you out. Yeah, for sure.
But what about this idea of taking every dump at Starbucks?
I think my guess is you leave right after you do that. You don't need to kick you out.
Yeah.
No, they'll be like, ma'am, you can't scream. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
I have Tourette's.
I think
I'm
you
sorry, I
have,
just
I think
like
part of the
coffee.
bet should be you have to order a biscotti after you do that.
I cannot.
Yeah, no, I'm just getting back in line. I need to get another coffee, and they're like, no. You're
Okay.
good.
Okay. Would you rather every time you have to take a shit, you have to drive down to Starbucks?
That's horrible.
You just want that to happen.
I know. I don't.
That's just your secret agenda.
Yeah,
is
I
to get him to
don't-
leave
It
the
is-
house to shit.
It is
I
so
don't want to do this.
inconvenient. It is so inconvenient. Or every time you need to bathe, you just dip in the pool like Bert Kreischer. Do you know that Bert doesn't actually bathe?
It's disgusting.
He just goes in his.
He goes
his
like
swimming
from
pool.
workouts and travel. He's like, oh, I jumped in the pool.
All right, that makes
days.
that makes both him and his pool disgusting.
Disgusting.
Of course.
He's
so
the grossest.
What would you rather do? Take chlorine pool bath, and it's chlorine.
Or go to. No,
You
I gotta
have to
shit
go
at
to
home. I want to shit in my
That's
house.
right. Why buy a house?
Yeah.
Otherwise,
I'd rather bathe in your pee. than,
Okay.
like, not-
Okay, I'll amend the Starbucks deal since you're putting up such a stink. The amendment is you must just dispose of your pee and poo at Starbucks.
You have to bag it.
Yeah.
Jesus, man.
So you can poop at home, but then you need to take it in a Ziploc bag to Starbucks.
No. No.
You'd rather go at the pool.
You'd rather, yes.
Yes.
You won't clean your body for.
Yes.
You're not using soap.
I'm not bagging my pee and poop.
Would I rather take swim laps than bag my excrement every time and take it to another place? Yes. Yes.
But then you're never getting clean.
I don't care.
You're never using soap.
I'll drink
on
my
your
pee before I
genitals.
bag it like that.
Just pee in the pool.
Yeah.
At that point. Yeah.
Well, okay. I'll take
Would
pee
you
off.
stop? We're done. Jesus.
I'll take pee off the table. Okay, I have another one. Okay, would you rather? Would you rather? You have to. You have to bag every.
What do you, well, first of all, wait. Drunk or head injury? Wait.
Yeah.
Fucking both.
Mental illness too. Would you rather take every one of your dumps to Starbucks? Not pee. I'll take pee off the table. Okay, you have to bring it. You have to get the code. You have to get in and put in. Or you wear a diaper and you pee and poo in a diaper. But you can dispose of that poo-poo wherever you want. But you're like, we're sitting doing the podcast, and then you basically go, like, I take a shit, and then you just poo in the diaper, and then you sit in it, and it's all mush.
Or
dispose of every brown at the Starbucks.
meaning bring it there?
You have to put it in a Ziploc bag.
Bagged. I would do vacuum seal, but that's okay.
You gotta put it in your hand in a bag because people can't see your poo poo, and then you put it in the toilet at Starbucks.
All right. Can we move on now?
Well, what do you choose?
Give me a diaper. All right. So.
Really?
Yeah.
I need to be fucked a lot.
Do you remember that guy? Robert Paul Champagne?
Sure.
He's the try it out guy.
Yeah.
You want to piss on me, try it out. Right. So yeah, I have. I'll pull up over here. I got it all set to go. So he's like our most legendary find, and he has
It's a mile to wild to kink.
He always is posting that he wants you to come and
Come check it out.
Just come
Give
over,
it a shot.
give it a shot, and he gives out his address, and he's just like I need to be fucked a lot, man. Men from jail, homeless, all this stuff.
Right.
And he's put out these calls. We went and visited him. We sent our very own Josh Potter.
Nice.
And he went and he did a little mini doc on him. It was
Okay.
fantastic.
I'm sorry I didn't see that, Josh.
Yeah. Oh, it's really
go
good.
look.
It's actually really
so
good. It's
good.
like 10, 15-minute thing. It's a great interview.
Professionally done.
And has he succeeded in these pleas from time to time?
He says in a very minimal way.
Yeah.
But he's so hypersexual. It never ever ends.
Okay.
And persistent. The plea.
Well, actually,
the plea.
Well, when you're playing the percentages like that,
Yes.
you got to go in bulk.
Man,
You'd think.
So now we gave him an iPhone because he was doing real low
That was nice.
rent camera stuff, and now he's been posting to YouTube. He was just Instagram living and doing some photos, but now he puts up 10-minute videos, sometimes.
And you've provided him quite a following, I guess.
Yeah, he's
I'm
got
guess-
subscribers.
Yeah.
And yeah, his Instagram grew by thousands, by
Sure.
20-some thousand. But anyways, this happened for the first time in our eyes, like a few days ago. It'll be up here.
Okay.
So you know how to do, man. Yeah. I'm gonna come now.
The Jewish
I'm gonna
star
come
bothers
now.
me.
I'm coming. Oh,
You could
baby.
sweat.
Oh,
Sweat on his-
get oh, yeah.
Now here.
Yeah.
It's very dramatic.
That's
now
like
that I see it again.
The sweat makes it feel like a 3-hour sting tantric.
Yes.
wank.
Yeah. What's amazing is if you go to the YouTube clip, if you pull that up. I don't think you can see the file name, but if you're looking for it, it's 5925053BC244240BBB851.
That's because he catalogs each ejaculation.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
When he orgasms in this one, dude, he doesn't miss a second before he goes back to his sales pitch.
No,
Like-
this is the same one.
Right. But I'm saying he doesn't miss in the full video. He orgasms. He's like, anyway, so if you want to come over, like he doesn't slow. No, it's not like
He doesn't miss a beat, so to speak.
not a beat. Beats and goes. It's really remarkable.
That's professional is what I call
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Let me know. The rougher, the better. The more intense. So come on, man. Let's get down. Let's get freaky.
I mean,
Let's get with the magic, baby. I want it all rough, tough, and no holds barred. So you know how to do, man. Yeah. I'm gonna come now. I'm coming.
Okay, thanks. Yes.
Hammer throw. Hammer throw.
Baby. Get yeah.
All right, I'm gonna bring up something. What do you think he's saying?
Yeah, I wanna. Come on, man. Fuck the hell, man. You're walking around there and you're homeless.
Yeah,
got no
it
place
is
to
really.
live,
Back to
man.
the sales pitch.
Or if you're just a crackhead or a drug addict, man, come on, man. You come over.
Okay.
I got some fortune.
Okay,
It's all about the next one. It's all about the next one.
I've got a new home here now. Well, as he's climaxing, he goes, "Get off."
Yeah.
What is he saying? Get off
That's important.
or get
I think he's
on?
saying get on. Is more.
What is he saying?
yeah.
It's another home here now, guys.
Get on.
What's he
Yeah, I'm
saying?
gonna come now. I'm coming.
Oh, Jesus.
Baby. Get on.
Get it all.
Oh, yeah.
Get it
It's
on.
all for you.
Get on. So I'm hearing get on. Get
It is a
on.
beautifully sounding orgasm. I'm so glad it's
And
in
he's
my
talking
head.
to his dog.
Yeah.
Get on.
Holy shit.
And it's nice to
Josh
be-
has actually been in that apartment.
Oh god,
Yeah.
Josh. Oh god.
Yeah, he
It's
said
ni-
it's really nice.
He keeps the TV
It
on
looks nice,
too,
but-
babe. Do you keep the TV on while you're doing it?
Sometimes.
The commercials in the background?
Yeah,
It's not
it's-
distracting for him?
And were propositions made, Josh?
I don't
No.
know, Josh.
No. Josh is not his type. He likes black guys out of jail.
No.
At jail.
No, I didn't get any propositions.
What?
He was very polite, good host.
Would you have done anything?
Snacks? Were there
would
snacks?
would you have done something minimal for like the right price?
What are we talking? Like a mouth kiss?
Like peed on him?
Would you have peed on
I
him?
would have peed. I would have peed on him. It would have been tough for me. I don't like pee, but
Oh, that's right. Would you have peed in a cup for him?
it would have been hard. But I would have tried. I would have done it for him. Yeah.
It would have been hard. What?
I don't like pee.
He's got a real aversion to
handling pee.
urine.
Does he? Okay. Like you and kissing?
Yeah. Would you have jizzed for him?
It would have been tough.
Sounds like you're open to the idea.
I would. Yeah, it would have been hard to.
But possible is what I heard
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
Wait,
I don't know if I had enough time.
Would you have kissed him?
No.
What about for like some real money?
How much money?
Like $300?
No.
But Josh, what if he asked you to masturbate with him together? Like you're on the other end of this, like, and he's
I
looking
could
at
have
you.
gone through the motions.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't have like.
Eye contact with him.
Once
as
he was
he's-
like, "Oh God," and then it was over. I would be like, all right, man, I'll check you later.
No cuddling.
No.
Would you have let him? Would you have let him just look at you as he? You would have let that happen or no?
Oh yeah, that for $300 I would do that.
He's like, I'm just gonna stare at you and talk shit as I jerk
I mean,
off.
he had his dick out.
That's
the
right,
entire
the
time,
whole
so
time.
Did he?
The only thing that you're changing is that he's jerking it and comes.
That's true. That's true. There aren't like levels of awkward at that point once the dick is out.
Yeah. Josh, that's right. He was wearing he was Donald Ducking it. Like he had a shirt on and then nothing else.
Exactly.
And he never addressed that with you. Did you guys ever address that?
Oh, he addressed it. He said, I'm not wearing pants. And I said, whatever makes you most comfortable.
Yeah, I remember that. And he was like, do you want me to put them on? You're like, do whatever you want. He's like,
And
well,
he's
then
like-
I'd rather be like this in a tank
Exactly.
top. Right,
Oh,
he
a
did have
tank.
a little tank on, right?
A tank top, a very stringy tank top.
It's really nice.
Yeah, and it was just right there. And he did not sit with his legs crossed or crisscross applesauce. He was laying down.
Full frontal howdy.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
right there from front of my eyes.
Well, and did he have a nice piece of equipment on him?
I think it's probably seen better days. Only because, the cameras, the lights.
Right.
Even with the
Anyone
10
would be
pounds the camera adds, it just
Right.
yeah.
Well, I've seen it on Instagram on the stories.
Yeah.
It's good. It's normal.
Oh, on a good day, it's a.
Oh, it has stories.
It has it has stories. I mean, I've seen the Instagram live where he
Yeah.
pees and drinks it. It's
Yeah,
pretty cool.
That was my favorite.
Yeah.
I'm almost more shocked by the piss drinking than I am the masturbating on YouTube.
Really?
Yeah. That was this to me. I'm like,
I just appreciate a showman.
That's right.
Yeah. Same.
Is this a lot like your podcast with Andy?
It's a lot like that.
Yeah.
Except for he shrivels when you mention poop. So
Really?
yeah.
Doesn't like poop.
That's his third rail.
Doesn't like poop.
He does not like poop stuff. No.
Really?
I can, yeah. All
I
right.
don't like barf. That's my third rail, as you
Okay.
would say.
Yeah, you don't like that.
I'm
at all.
cool with piss, jizz, poo.
No puke.
What's yours?
Shit in person. We'll do it. The
Sorry.
Like
shit. What?
The shit like shit in person. Like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. The smell of someone else's shit. If that
Human
gets-
feces.
Yeah. If that gets up my nose like a
Oh
fish
my
hook, that
God.
can make me.
Speaking of,
Yeah.
in our playroom yesterday, I found a perfect ball of human shit on the floor.
Wow, Tom.
Just a perfect ball. It looked like a malt ball, like a chocolate Whopper. And I was like, no fucking way, dude.
I thought we had this Would You Rather going. I was like, I got to do it here,
It was a boy dud.
Yeah, it was crazy.
I have no idea how that got there.
I mean,
Sure.
I do.
I was like, she'll find this.
Ugh.
So the first album in your career,
In my career, yes.
Chunks,
Yes.
is available everywhere. Music
Everywhere
is
stuff
available.
Streams, yeah, streams or downloads.
Streams or downloads everywhere. And you recorded it at Acme,
At Acme Comedy Club.
the best.
My
Just saw Lewis a few days ago.
We love Lewis.
He's the greatest. And then your first feature film that you're a fucking
So
co-star.
exciting.
And what's the name of the film again?
The Fiddling Horse.
The Fiddling Horse.
Oh my glasses.
You're going to go to the premiere. Do you have your premiere outfit ready to go?
I have it planned, yeah.
You have it planned?
Yeah.
It's snazzy, right? You got a little...
Snazzy, but it's a daytime premiere. So
Okay.
I didn't want to go full like
Yeah, you can't go...
tie,
But you did coat,
Nice
right?
sport
Jacket?
coat, nice
Yeah,
sport
yeah.
coat, yeah.
Nice. Nice.
It's nice.
You know,
Good job.
In case there's a Getty image that comes out of it.
Oh,
you know
yeah.
what I mean.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm very happy for you, man. Proud
Thanks.
of you. Yeah.
Good job.
Awesome.
Thank you.
We've had some fun times out there. And
Absolutely.
we'll have some more for sure. Thank you for coming today.
Thanks for
Make sure you
having me.
check out the album, check out the Fiddling Horse film, and we'll see you guys soon.
Sorry, this is what I look like.
Black guys would love to fucking fuck a little. If you're a hot black guy, you want to fuck 23.95. If you want to move it, you can move it. If you're gonna fuck, I mean, I think you fucked a lot. Get like free food, free rent, jail, and then from jail, homeless, or gone, then free rent, you can listen to kids. Fuck, something, come on, get out. You want to come up today and try it out, man. I feel it, try it out. I'm fucking kiss, let me try it out. If you have to try it, you just fuck, man. I'm looking hard.
Hi, thank you for watching that episode of Your Mom's House. Please continue to watch more. You can see all these where my hand's gesturing. You can click on those. And please subscribe if you have not yet. And subscribe button, and then we'll get your money. Thanks.